All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Uh, don't know what happened to Peter. He was with us. He was a good man, but he, for some reason, cannot connect. So, waiting for Peter to join us here. And if once he does that, we'll bring him on. But for the most part, let's get started, guys. We got some good data out this morning. As you can see, the SPY reacting at the moment, and that is looking very good. So Peters is he's okay. He's texting me, but for some reason he cannot connect onto the screen. But so we'll try to figure that out as we move forward here. All right, friends, quick look at our gappers list this morning. As you can see, we got a bunch in the green, and that's going to get better as we move forward, as this continues to develop here. CPI data is out, inflation data is out. The market's initial reaction is loving it at the moment, as you see here. So SPY jumping higher, and I expect this gappers list to get much, much bigger as we move forward. No sound in chat. Hold on a sec. Let's make sure we're good here. Let's check. On YouTube, you should be perfectly fine. You always are. Let's check our good buddies over in our chat room. Make sure. Yep, I see sound going out to you guys. Yeah, I see sound going out to you guys. You guys should have sound. Let me check one more thing here. Make sure that is going good. Yeah, friends, you should have sound. I'm gonna refresh over one more time. Let's make sure. I'll close the room and come back in. So over on YouTube, you're perfectly fine. It's just the chat room not being friendly here, but we'll fix that in just a sec. All right, I just restarted the browser, and it looks like it works. You guys getting sound now? Excellent. Okay, so sound is working there. Again, computers, man, they just decide to do weird things. So I just refreshed the browser, and it connected perfectly. We'll get you the screen, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Screen should be coming up also on YouTube, and you're good. Okay, we'll get Peter. Peter, refresh. Maybe that will work. But I see you did connect at 8:30, and then now it's not. It disconnected for some reason. So just check on your end. Let me know if I can help you anyway over here. All right, in the meantime, as we wait for Peter, guys, let's take a look what's happening here. So again, our overall market is flying this morning. Love to see this. Oh, Peter, hi. I'm getting a really bad echo from you.
This is me. There we go.
Is you? You know, I'm glad you joined, because I was not gonna do this show alone. I like to be around people, so I was ready to bring in your backup right over here. So I was ready to bring him in. If you was not gonna hang out with me, I was not doing this alone. No way, no way.
Oh my goodness.
But I am glad.
You had that picture.
Oh, I have everything. You don't be surprised what kind of stuff I have here.
Wow,
all right,
okay.
Friends. Peter, let's go straight to the market. I mean, it is exploding right now, so you can see here. What a move. Take us through our U.S. economic calendar. What is happening for today, especially with the numbers that were just released?
Yeah, we just had a big pop up in the market, so clearly the market is likes what they're seeing. Today's a big day. We've got CPI. So yesterday was the PPI numbers. Today it's the CPI, Consumer Price Index. And it looks like it came in favorable. Again, like we saw lowered inflation yesterday, we're seeing the same thing today. Although, interestingly, it's lower by a lower amount, if that makes any sense. The estimate was a 0.3% growth month over month. It only came in at 0.2%. Which means if we look year over year, it's also down by that same 0.1%. So 3.2% inflation year over year compared to the 3.3 estimate. So really, that's not a significant change. That's on the core number. The non-core was right on target. The non-core, so that includes other factors, was 0.4% growth and then 2.9 on the year. So frankly, I don't know. It feels like an overreaction by the market, but we'll take it, because over the last through December and then the first week of January, we basically saw no reaction to any economic data. So it's sort of good, actually, to see the market reacting to this. Feels more normal. So so that's the big number for the morning, is this CPI information. Like I said, came out a little bit favorable. Later today, we do have a whole lot of Fed speakers. None of those I'm expecting to have much of an impact. We've got Barkin and Williams and Goolsbee all speaking at different times. Those don't usually have much of a market impact. At 2 p.m., We do have the Fed Beige Book that comes out. Now, the Fed Beige Book, this is basically just a summary of the Fed decisions. It's produced by a different Fed department, I guess, every time it's produced. Normally, the market doesn't react to it, but with what we're seeing this morning, maybe we're going to see a big reaction. So if you're trading this afternoon at 2 p.m., be aware that that Fed Beige Book comes out, and maybe the computers are going to jump and react to it when normally we wouldn't get one. But that's it for today in terms of the economic calendar. We do have a few earnings. We're going to see some of them on the gap list. Others, well, we'll have to talk about because they didn't gap enough to make the list. But we'll talk about them when we get there.
All right, excellent. Yeah, we'll definitely look into that. Our gappers list, as I mentioned earlier, everything leaning towards one side, and that's going to be the upside of things as things are, again, pushing higher this morning and the SPY holding that initial pop. So that's going to be positive as we move here. All right, let's look at the first one. We're going to have a lot to go through today, so let's jump right on here. Let's take a look at the first one on deck. It's going to be, I don't think I ever looked at this ticker, BOWN. And as I'm looking at BOWN, which looks like garbage, I'll tell you what's not garbage. Is Andrew is long TNA. He said it's putting that on YouTube chat. So very nice. This shouldn't be here, Peter. I don't know why this is here. This doesn't look good. And you know what? It was just a mishap because if you look at my gappers list, it completely disappeared. Like it showed up and it disappeared. So yeah, I'm glad we're not starting with that one.
Good.
Blast from the past, OSTX here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was OXTK. I'm confusing this one. Yeah. OSTX. This is not a blast from the past, actually. This is up 60%. 7.6 million shares traded, Peter. Again, doesn't look all that great. Probably won't be on my list given everything else that's going to be great today.
No, this is a low float. I'm seeing just under 17 million shares in the float, so be careful with it. It's OS Therapies. Basically, they had a phase 2B clinical trial of a drug which has positive outcomes. That's why it's jumping up. As you guys probably know by now, this is not the type of stock, Carlos, or I like to trade, but a lot of people do. If you don't mind the low float, if you don't mind the volatility, then this might be one you want to look at today. It's absolutely in play. It's got the volume. I just don't like the price action to play these types of things. I'm noticing it's also hard to borrow, which means you can only take it long. It's not shortable at this point in time. So be careful if you choose to trade it. But yeah, we're not putting it on our list.
Yeah, definitely not. We're going to find better things to look at. Let's take a look at another one here, which is going to be our quantum stocks making a big bounce, man. Oh boy, QBTS up 23%, 17 million shares traded. And if I look at QUBT, also up 17% from the close. I mean, these stocks are high flying this morning, Peter. And again, they had a really bad couple of days, but look to be coming back today.
Yeah, well, so I think they're fighting back a little bit, trying to get a couple of good news articles out there. As we all know, they had some. There weren't even really negative comments, but just some comments from Jensen, the CEO of NVIDIA, who basically said, yeah, we're looking 15 to 30 years before quantum computing is a viable force in our economy or really has any business value. That being said, D-Wave Quantum Inc., the one we like to call qubits, QBTS, did announce that they have signed a deal with the government to provide quantum computer services. So, I feel like this is them saying, well, you might say that it's not effective, but we got deals. This doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. It's really just a partnership with the government to try and further develop solutions, including some government agencies such as NASA and this is specifically the NASA Solutions for Enterprise-Wide Procurement. So basically, they've got a procurement agreement. This could just be NASA, frankly, just saying, hey, we want to reserve the right to buy stuff from you, because they did not release a size of the deal, which makes it suspicious, right? They could have bought absolutely nothing. They just put them on their vendors list. But anyways, look, it's news. They're moving. Look, like we've been saying, I don't mind this sector, right? Like, it's been getting volume. It's been consistent. It keeps moving. Hey, as long as it's fun, by all means, let her rip, man. Let's play it.
I am all with you there. Let's take a look at the next one here. So the QUBT and QBTS, they'll be fun to watch. I think I'm going to add maybe not both of them. Which one has the most volume? Anyone you like better than the other one, Peter, on these two?
I actually, oddly, I like the trade QUBT better than the other one, but QBTS normally gets more volume.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even this morning, you can see it's almost 18 million versus about 5 on QUBT. So.
Yeah. Also, another one that we can look at is IonQ. So if we look at IonQ, I know this one has also been
Mm.
moving, and it's I don't see it on the gap up list right now. Maybe it's a little more down here because everything in our gap up here is showing double digits. Oh yeah, here it is, up 9%. So it is on the gap up list. I like that one too. I think that one it's been I known it a lot longer than these other two, so it tends to trade a little more stable, I guess, or maybe I'm just used to it. But maybe I'll do that. I'll add IonQ on here, and then QUBT will be the other one on my list when it comes to this quantum tickers. So, but QUBT I am going to add on the secondary because again IonQ seems to be the one that I prefer the most. All right, heading back to our list here this morning, friends. Let's take a look at this stock does not go away. RGTI, it doesn't go away, Peter. I mean,
No.
it's on here every day. RGTI up 14%, 34 million shares traded. Again, around the same news here also as we're seeing it move up higher. Will this be on your list today?
Rigetti Spaghetti. I do like these guys. Again, just as a stock, it's fun to trade. I'm still waiting for the CEO to call me. Hasn't happened yet. But anyways, Mr. Spaghetti, if you want to reach out, or Mrs. Spaghetti. I think the founder, if I remember, was a dude. Yeah, I think it will be on my list. Just to keep an eye on it. Didn't trade it yesterday. Well, actually, I haven't traded it all this week. I did make a move in the mid-afternoon, but yeah, you got to be very patient with this. So why not keep an eye on it?
Yeah, I feel like my stock list is going to be all quantum here, but yeah, it looks good. I like the possible move up here, especially
Oh yeah.
on the gap. I mean, but yeah, this is what's in play. That's what we're going to be watching. All right, heading over down to our list, PDYN, and then we'll do two more, and then we'll head over to kind of bounce around a little bit here. PDYN, it is up 12% this morning, 740,000. I don't recall ever seeing this ticker in the past. It did have a couple of good days here in it looks like in December, end of the year there, and they're gapping up this morning, Peter, with some volume. Float on this, that's why I don't like this one. 19 million shares float, so a little bit on the lower side, which again I'm not a big fan of when it comes to my style of trading. Any news on this, Peter? Worth watching?
Paladine, you're right. We haven't seen these guys in a while, but here they are back today. They did have a new contract awarded, but this is 2 days ago, awarded by the Air Force. So the Air Force gave them a contract to develop autonomous drone software for their next generation drones, which, as we know, all their drones have been in the news, at least, where Elon is suggesting that drones should be more active. I don't know. I mean, again, news is 2 days old. This is from Monday. I don't remember catching it at that time. What was the volume like at that time? Anyways, we'll have to look it up. But Carlos, if that's what's moving it, then yeah, I guess it could be in play.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, not a big fan of it. I think we'll have so many other things to look at today that are going to be much better. So I'll skip on this one. The next one is Wolf. Let's take a look at and actually we could spend a little more time in the gap up because again, since there's not a whole lot in the gap down, we'll look at a few more. We'll look at our Magnificent Seven. We'll look at crypto. So you see Tesla down there, PRTR, a few of our fan favorites, SMCI, and then we'll get to some good earnings I'm sure you have lined up for us. All right, so let's look at Wolf. Wolf is up here 10% after being crushed. This daily doesn't look great over the last 2 months at least. Pop up of 10%, 1.4 million shares traded. Do we like Wolf? We like the ticker name. I'm not sure if we like the stock as much.
Yeah, the ticker name is always fun. From a stock perspective, I have never had good trading on this one. This is like one of those smaller or lesser traded, I guess, semiconductors. It looks like they had earnings. They and had a decent quarter. I'm still not going to pay any attention to them, frankly. I mean, I've never found them to move enough. 1.4 million shares this morning surprises me on that volume, but yeah, still enough to convince me I'm going to stick with my friends.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I'm not convinced either. All right, let's take a look. Let's hop around a little bit, Peter. I know it's a lot of stuff to cover this morning. I see cryptos up here. I see MSTR, CLSK, a bunch of them Mara. I don't see coin, but a bunch of them in the green this morning. Anything fun happening there, or just overall market movement?
Well, for what it's worth, the Bitcoin has retaken the spot as the top trending stock, so I guess that's a good thing. Also, its price is up, $98,765 right at the moment, and big upturn this morning. In fact, it's gone up by almost $1,800 in the price of Bitcoin in the early trading here this morning. So that explains why they're up. And if I look at it from the lows that it hit yesterday when it was down around 90,000, in fact, I think it hit a low of 89,900. It's up almost 10 grand. So in less than 24 hours. So good move. Once again, remember, we're always watching the $100,000 mark on Bitcoin. It's been over it, so it's not like the first time. But if it gets over and then is able to hold that level for a period of time, that could be a good sign for it ready to move higher, which it clearly wasn't the first time it broke over 100,000. So watching Bitcoin here, said 98. Actually, it's 98,903 right at the moment. So there you go, still going up. But that's probably going to move these crypto stocks if we just go up another $1,100.
Yeah, my favorite out of this one is probably going to be MSTR. And again, I don't think it's even going to make my main list. I want to watch it because if something breaks out, I want to take advantage of it if there is any opportunities. But I think it belongs in a secondary. I don't think. Again, I want to have it on my main, at least not right now. I want to see what else is out there. I want to keep my spots open for what's to come here, especially with the Magnificent Seven, especially if the market holds on to this high that we're getting, this move up. All right, let's stop here. Peter, I know there's a couple of earnings we want to go over. What's the latest and greatest there? And also, what do you like this morning off the gap up list?
Well, I mean, I can't help but mention all of the banks. We had a whole bunch of banks report this morning. So you guys can pick whichever one you like best. We had JPMorgan, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, all reported this morning. They all, as you would expect, right? How do you think the banks did? They did pretty good. They beat their numbers. They had better than expected in fixed income and investment banking. Their profits were up. Oh, what a shock, right? The banks are making money. So, anyways, whichever one you like best, you can pick. I said JPMC, WFC, and GS. Those are the tickers. Probably of those, JP Morgan and Wells Fargo are my favorite two of them. So far this morning, I see that well, actually, Citigroup has more volume, but Wells Fargo usually gets some decent volume. Like banks, I will watch the banks at earnings. Keep in mind, these all trade on the New York Stock Exchange. As I remind you, every time we run into this type of stock, just know that they move a little differently, right? Because they've got market makers that manage them, and they trade differently than stocks that are on the NASDAQ, which means that do not jump in at the opening bell if you're waiting for the open to trade these things. Wait for the volume to hit, which may not be right at 9:30. It might, but it might not. So wait for the volume. You'll notice a significant difference in stance and the way it moves once that volume hits. So if you've never watched it, just watch it, right? Don't take any action. Just keep an eye on it. If you have, then you know what I'm talking about. All right. So pick your favorite bank. That's one sector I'm looking at. I'm also watching, well, we mentioned Wolf, but I'm not watching them, but I will be watching NVIDIA and AMD. I noticed the whole semiconductor sector is up this morning. No huge volume, but I was back to my old favorites. Maybe, Carlos, you'd asked me to save a chart because when we were doing the live trading after the pre-market show, you were on with Avi and you guys were talking about your trades. And I basically only had one trade all day. And sometimes that's all you need. This was my one trade for the day. It was on my good buddy AMD. It went back to the well, right? If it ain't broke, Right? And my trading is so boring, and that's the way I like it. Right? I traded it short at VWAP. I waited for the signal as per my strategy. As you can see, guys, I went short. I took a partial. I actually added when it bounced back. I thought this was going to
I
be a
see that
short-term trade.
ad, man. You're usually
I
not a.
know. I'm
You
trying
usually
to.
don't add.
I'm
Ooh,
trying
look at
to
you getting spicy. I like it. I like it.
trying to channel Paris, learn from our other people in the room, added into this trade, partialed all the way down. I just took this picture when you mentioned, hey, take a screenshot of that. So I did. And then, of course, I just trailed this off all day because it never got back to my entry price, which is 117.80 up here. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you to show, like sometimes you don't need to go super fancy, right? Super boring trade. I just got in and held on, right? Waited for key areas to take my partials and let her run. Sometimes it comes back and stops you out. That's the way trading is. But other times you can really take advantage of the moves. So again, super boring, simple day for me yesterday, and I like it that way. So.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Get you.
So yeah, watching semis, I'll watch AMD and Nvidia again because it looks like they're in play, and it looks like my good buddy Tesla is in play. It had a nice jump this morning when we had those CPI numbers come out. You can see that giant candle as it moved up. Yesterday, it was I don't know. I mean, great move down. There's a few people that just shorted it off of VWAP sometime around like 2:30 or so. And if you look at the chart from yesterday, it dropped, man. Like this thing dropped. You got a $10 move if you were gutsy, and just held on. And a couple of our members did. And I sort of had a lot of FOMO on this one. I sort of wished I'd taken it. But if you sort of dig into that really tight there at the 230, it was actually making higher highs and higher lows heading in just before that drop. So I wasn't that confident, but little did I expect this move. And it wasn't the only thing. A number of stocks made that same move, but good move yesterday afternoon. So anyways, be watching Tesla as well today, Carlos.
Yeah, that is awesome. I'm looking at here. It's funny. We're live with Avi 11 after Andrew and Brian, and one of the members on YouTube mentioned every day at 12 he looks for bounces, for reversals, and we were like, I don't know about that. And actually, yesterday at 12 he got a little bit of a bounce on a lot of tickers back to the VWAP. So it took a bit. Didn't happen right at 12, but right around that area. That's something he looks for every single day. And yesterday, if you're looking for that type of play, it did turn out. So just be careful. All right, back to our gappers list, friends. We do have not so much in the red this morning. I see 3 on here. So let's see why these guys are not taking advantage of the move up. I mean, they're struggling today. We'll start with KROS is the first one on deck this morning. And what I see here, if we look at this morning's action, ooh, that is brutal. This is a therapeutics company. Okay, so they're down 26%, 956,000 shares traded. So they got some volume behind it. Low float, 32 million, right? So again, it's higher than 10.9, but still on that lower side. So Peter, obviously something not going well for these guys today, and they're feeling it this morning.
Yeah, I haven't looked them up. Let's take a look here at this Keros Therapeutics. They are, like you said, down pretty significantly. It looks like they have had bad news on a phase 2 trial for something they're calling Tropos. Anyways, but they've halted the trial. So whenever you halt a drug trial, never good news. They're lucky probably that they're only down 26%. Nope. You're on mute, Carlos.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. My bad. Yeah, down quite a bit here. I love the drop, man. I do love how much they have dropped here. We do have shares for sure. The ticker, it being 32 million, not as interesting here, but maybe on a secondary. So I'm thinking maybe we'll put it on a secondary for now. I like this drop. I really do. I think I'm going to find better things to look at. But let's see where it goes. All right, next on the list is going to be GENI, so Genius Sports Limited. This is not good. Yeah, this looks garbage. So we'll leave this one alone. I mean, there's really nothing happening, Peter. I'm not sure if you even looked this up. Doesn't look great.
Yeah, I mean, they did have earnings. It looks like they revised their guidance. They positively revised their guidance, but they also took the opportunity to announce a secondary public offering. They're issuing another 17,647,000 shares, which is pretty significant on their float. It's about 10% being added to their float. So I don't know. I mean, this is a company with according to the paper here, they've only got $462 million worth of sales. They're estimating that they're going to hit the year at 511 million. I don't know. I mean, it feels like a little bit of a stretch when their last quarter was only 126 million. So you multiply that by 4, you don't get to 511. But anyways, so I guess the one quarter is probably going to be better than the rest. But anyways, yeah, Genius Sports, not something I've ever seen on the list before. Don't like the way it's moving.
Yeah, I don't like it a lot. We'll leave it alone. Looks kind of garbagey to me. So we'll
There
give
you
that
go.
a big old garbage truck
It
there.
is.
Absolutely. All right. So if I look at the other ones on here, Peter, I don't see our gap down has cleared up. So some of those stuff maybe are
Yeah.
above that 2%. So again, they didn't look great anyway. So that's fine. Like this one here, this one didn't look great. You see it's coming up above that 2%. So it's falling off our gappers list. Everything is on the green side of things. So I am going to add Tesla, which you did mention this morning. So I would add that on there as well.
So
And I got a couple. Yeah, as far as gapping down, do you have anything that is on your list this morning?
I don't really have anything gapping down. I noticed that some of the a couple of the Chinese EV auto manufacturers are down, like LI, for example. It's slightly red this morning. But I did want to talk about the auto sector because in a last minute decision before the control of the White House changes, the Biden administration decided to approve a bill that is going to restrict Chinese automakers from bringing their connected car technology into the U.S. You notice that there's been a lot of talk recently, of course, about TikTok being banned and the fact that they're no longer going to be able to use TikTok on your phones in North America. But they're also taking action against other connected type technologies entering the U.S. and cars, of course. They're always, especially the new EVs, right? They're all being connected to each other. They're all talking. That's not considered to be attractive, especially when foreign governments control that, especially the Chinese government, at least at least by the U.S. government. So I noticed that Ford was on our list. I assume it's related because I don't see any other news out of Ford. That they're getting a little bit of a bump because, of course, that gives their electric car sales and their car sales overall a little more of a boost, knowing that they will not face competition from China. But I mean, it's not like we've seen them yet, right? Like Chinese cars have not entered the North American market. There's some very cool cars out there and some interesting tech, but right, if you can't be safe in it and you don't know who's monitoring or taking your data, then I get it. All right, so we're not going to let them in North America anytime soon. So I think Tesla's getting a little bit of a boost. That being said, by the way, there was a report that came out overnight that EV sales globally are up almost 25% year over year. So there is quite a bit of quite a few more cars out there on the road. And anecdotal story. I happened to have some time when I was doing a flight exchange when I was leaving in December when I was in Colombia. I flew through Panama. And anyways, to get from one flight to another, I happened to have to go where the taxi ranks were. And I just happened to notice the taxi ranks had cars, I could not identify them for the life of me. And I actually went outside and I was staring at the cars. And of course, you get the like 80 guys like taxi, 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 taxi. Anyways, but I don't want a taxi. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell your cars are. There was at least three, maybe four different models of EV SUVs. I couldn't recognize the logo. It had no label on it. I couldn't tell. I had to assume that they were Chinese EVs operating in Panama because I had no idea what the branding was on it, which I found fascinating. Everywhere else I've gone, I usually recognize, right? You can recognize the logos, or at least they have something written on it, right? Like they've got the name of the car company. These ones, they had badges, couldn't read them. Anyways, thought it
Yeah.
was fascinating to see. So they're out there. They're just not in North America. So
Yeah, when I see weird cars, brands out there, did you take a look at the what is this the car that Honda's trying to come out with? I'm not sure if you saw that EV.
no.
They're trying to compete with Tesla. Is this weird looking thing over here? It looks like a Lamborghini Countach or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this is Honda trying to compete with the EV stuff. Again, concept cars. I'm sure they're not out yet, or I'm not sure if they're going to even come out, but that's their lineup for 2030. At least
This looks
expected.
like wait, are you looking at the same one? I'm looking at something looks like an old Golf.
Yeah, it
Volkswagen
might be the same
Golf.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's
Weird.
weird, very
Okay.
weird looking. Not sure how well that's gonna do, but we'll see. That's the future. The Jeep looks okay. All right, so just to recap on my list, I have IonQ, Tesla on here. I am gonna add. I have West Fargo, and then a couple of secondary stuff. I do have the banks. I think it'll be fun to watch JPMorgan today. It'll be fun to watch Citigroup. Today's their day, right? We're talking in chat here that people
Yep.
don't like the way they trade, and I get it. They can be funky at times. But even Citigroup, this pre-market looks great, and they should get better at the market open. Just be careful. It is a nicey stock. It does take a little bit for the volume to get going. But again, today that might not be the case since it is, again, it's earnings. Things change and they trade
Yep.
much, much better than they normally do. Peter, I'm looking at the SPY. The SPY is holding nicely here. So we had the initial pop and we're still holding.
We are. I'm impressed by that. So yeah,
Yeah.
well, much better than yesterday. If you remember, we had a pop yesterday on the PPI numbers, but it gave back about half of that. Here we seem to be holding right at the top end of the range. So we'll see what that does or what that brings us for the day. But so far, it's looking positive. We could use a good green day. We've had quite a
Yeah.
number. It feels like of down days. Even yesterday, which started positive, didn't end so positive. I mean, it was good for me, like you saw. I got a nice short trade. I'm not complaining, but yeah, I mean, a good up day, would be fun too.
Absolutely. So you can see the SPY here, a couple of, and it's funny because the down days have been very aggressive. Like we had the big one in December here, and then the couple throughout this
Mhm.
year. It's been more down than up. So we'll see how today turns out. All right, friends, let's head over to YouTube chat and see what you guys like. And also in our members tab, what tickers are you looking at this morning? I know there is a ton out there, but what is on your favorite list that you'd like us to take a look at? So Bank of America, no, Bank of America, well, actually, their reporting is not done, but I mean, you got Citigroup, you got
Yeah.
West Fargo, you got JP Morgan. Bank of America is going to move with this news. And then their reports, I think, is tomorrow. It's going to be probably a little bit tamed. Or did they report today? I think, I'm not sure
Yeah,
if they
they're the
reported.
outlier, right? They, for
Yeah.
whatever reason, they refuse to report with the other banks. They're reporting Thursday morning, so yeah, tomorrow morning.
Okay. So tomorrow morning we'll see them. But again, today it's probably going to be the same song and dance with all the banks this morning. This one here, it's again, pick your favorite. I like West Fargo the way it trades. I also like JP Morgan. Those are my two favorite ones. I like Citigroup today though. So I do have Citigroup on the list just because on how this looks. Like if you look at the pre-market action, I like the breakout on the daily too. So I'm liking Citigroup. I have it on deck as a secondary. I might move this up. Is this all-time highs? No, it's not. But man, they're moving
No.
good. This Citigroup. So I like that there. So I'll have that on my list instead. But pick your favorite, guys. There's plenty out there this morning. All right, taking a look at our list here. PDYN. Yes, this one is in play, friends. It is a low flow stock, so it won't be on my list. It's 19 million shares flow. So if you can see here on the intraday action on the 5 minute, we are getting some good volume, almost a million shares traded. But again, it just doesn't fit my style of trading, right? My 5 minute RB doesn't do well with a lower flow stock. So I'm gonna not have this one on my list, but again, by all means, it is in play. Have it on yours for sure. Let's take a look at Hood and Tesla. Hood this morning. Oh, nice pop on Hood. Yeah. So out of all the crypto type plays, Hood is moving up nicely, up 6.3 with some decent volume. Makes me think they might have their own news today, Peter. Not sure, but we can check that because if I look at like MSTR, they're up 4%, but Hood seems to be doing really, really nice, up 6.3 here with some decent volume. So that looks interesting. This could be good
They
today.
they did yesterday mid afternoon. They did break some news that they agreed to settle a claim that was made against them with the Securities Exchange, the SEC. They basically agreed to pay $45 million to settle this claim, which is a pretty, let's face it, when a bank, any bank, even Robinhood, if they get a $45 million settlement claim, it's like a slap on the wrist, right? They're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, sorry, we did bad. I mean, they probably made a couple $100 million off of the problem, right? So, that's the problem, right? If the penalty is not not equal to the crime, it's sort of like, hey, if it's a $10 ticket to park illegally, but it costs $25 to park, what are you going to do, right? I'll just park and take the ticket.
Absolutely.
So, and
Absolutely.
that's how the banks sort of treat it, right? Like, yeah, like I'll do it, yeah. And if you catch me, right, I'll take the ticket and I'll pay it. If you don't catch me, then I just got free parking. So, anyways, that's how I think of these penalties. So, yeah, Robinhood settled the claim. What's important is they settled it, right? So that's why the stock, I think, is getting a little bit of a boost this morning.
Yeah, not all-time highs. I was being asked over on our chat, but you can see here when it IPO'd back in, again, fairly recent ticker compared to the stock market and everything else. In other companies, only 2021, we had the huge breakout. This thing was heavily expected when it IPO'd. And then from there, it's been it's been under $12 for a very, very long time. Just last year started breaking out of that, and you can see today, it's doing good. It's doing really, really good. So 52-week high for sure. I'm going to have it on my list. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it continues on this uptrend that we're seeing here, plus a little bit of some positive news there as well. All right, let's see what else,
By the
friends.
way, Bitcoin,
Yeah.
Bitcoin's over 99,000 now, just hit
Uh,
99,100. So if we get to 100,000, we might see all of all these crypto related stocks start to move. Again, normally these moves happen after hours, so we don't get good crypto stock trading. But with Bitcoin on the move, again, 100,000 is the number to watch. 99,103 right now on the price of Bitcoin.
Yep. So I'm looking at MSTR right now, and again, not doing a whole lot, but let's see how that plays out. So I'll have MSTR on my secondary list here as well. All right, friends, let's stop here. Oh, one more I want to look at, because both sides did mention this one, is PLTR. So PLTR being mentioned on both sides, both on our YouTube chat and also in our members chat room. And yeah, getting a little bit of a move here, up 4.5. What I love about PLTR all the time is the volume, right? The volume always there, 3.2 million shares traded. And man, I just love when stocks have that type of volume. They trade a lot more smoother, easier to read the price action. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on my main list. I think it looks good today. So I'll have it here. Peter, do you like this one, or any comments on PLTR?
I've always struggled to trade PLTR. I don't know why, because when I look at the chart afterwards, it always looks like, hey, there would have been an opportunity in it. But somehow when I'm actually actively watching it, I don't know, it never feels right. It never sort of gives me the type of move that I'm comfortable with. So I can't explain why, but not my favorite.
Yeah. I'll have it on the list today. Looks interesting. We'll see where it goes from here. All right, friends, we'll stop here. We have an awesome list, and we have not even looked at. I mean, we talked about AMD, which had a great trade yesterday. We talked about NVIDIA, which also is looking pretty good. And I'm probably going to add one of these two to complete my list here. But also, let's take a look at the Magnificent Seven. We'll look at Apple right now, pretty flat. I mean, no volume, so not a whole lot going on compared to some great days we had in the past. Is the last 3 days have been okay. As far as movement, right? Especially yesterday, we didn't get a whole lot out of it. We did get a nice sell-off towards the middle of the day, but aside from that, nothing major like we've seen in other tickers. Meta is another one that we've been obviously watching closely, and this sell-off really clean yesterday. Me and Avi were talking about this in our 11 to 12 segment of live trading, and you can see here today they're up 2%. Could be fun. So between this one and NVIDIA, I'm gonna add Meta here, and I know Meta, Peter, on the 19th, if what I'm reading is when TikTok is supposed to get banned, right? So they obviously appealed it, and I think out of all these social medias, I think Meta, Instagram are probably the ones that are gonna get the best look, right? It's not gonna be Snap, I don't think so. So we'll see. I mean, they appealed it, and I think it's going to Supreme Court. Do you have anything new on that? What's your thoughts?
I mean, Meta's got some news on that news item specifically. Yeah, Instagram is expected to benefit. There's an expectation that a lot of people are going to move over. I haven't heard about Instagram actually changing their model to be a little more TikTok like, but anyways, I mean that type of traffic, I guess, is going to have to go somewhere. So, I'm sure that there's other, there'll be something else pop up, and it's probably going to be something that I don't know of, right? It's going to be one that's like a minor player right now that'll sort of get preeminence. That typically happens. Out of Meta, there was some interesting news that Zuckerberg and his management team are getting a little more strict on performance. They're taking it felt like a page out of the GE's book. Do you remember GE back in the heyday? They always sort of took pride in the fact that every year they fired their bottom 5%. And
Yeah.
basically, Meta is saying the same thing. So they employ about 72,000 people in the U.S. Bottom 5% means about 3,600 people are going to lose their job this year because they're underperforming. So their bottom 5% are going to get fired. They were sort of publicly talking about that. They're not actually reducing jobs. What they say is they're actually going to go out and rehire for these jobs of people that presumably are going to perform better. So interesting to just, I don't know. Is that a good management practice? Is it bad? I've always been, that's how I've always struggled with that because, you get a vindictive manager and some of the best people can get fired, especially if you just wipe out the bottom percent, right? Like if you don't dig into it deep enough, you could be firing the wrong people. It can actually lead to toxic management situations. But anyways, that's my opinion. But Meta, they're going down this path one way or the other. So I thought that was interesting news that they had out there.
That is definitely interesting. Why not try to help the bottom five? Like probably set some mentorship sessions and see how you can help them get better, increase their numbers. I don't know. It's weird
I mean, again,
strategies.
it's probably not as simple a process as I'm
Yeah,
dictating because you're right. Like again, you need to understand why are they in the bottom 5%? What's causing their lack of performance?
true.
Again, often it can be environmental or management issues. There's a good old axiom I used to love from the business days where they said, "You join for the work, you leave for the manager." So it's usually the manager that causes most people to leave. So you definitely well, anyways, it depends on the environment that they're creating, but hopefully they're creating one where they look up the chain. If you've got an employee that's being fired as a bottom 5%, they're probably going to stare at you harder too and say, well, why were you not able to
What are you doing wrong?
manage this person or help them get better, right? So anyways,
Yep.
but anyways, I just thought that was interesting news. Not is it going to impact the stock? Probably not, right? I mean, let's face it, this is just part of their whatever they're doing internally. There's operational activities that happen all the time, of course, on Meta, like every other company. So, but like you said, Carlos, as part of the Magnificent Seven, Meta feels like it should be in play. The TikTok news is something that could benefit them one way or the other if it creates more volume and more activity. Their volume has been pretty flat over the last little while. I haven't really yet seen an uptick. So maybe as we get closer to that ban date, we will see it. But so far, yeah, it's relatively flat. What I have seen an uptick in, by the way, just to change tax a little bit, is Amazon. Amazon looked like it was going to have a good day yesterday and then dropped, as did most of the market. But I'm seeing it's gapping up a little bit this morning. I keep waiting for Amazon to do something. It's in this zone you can see here on this daily chart where it had this great run up in the early part of December and then really stagnated. I feel like Amazon is just primed for a good breakout, right? Above 225 up to 230 and higher. Every time I thought that, you can see there was like two earlier times I thought it was going to happen before Christmas, then I thought it was going to happen into the beginning of 2025. But you can see both times that move faltered. So maybe we'll get another shot at it here, but we'll have to wait and see. No sign of it yet.
That is very true. All right, friends, let's get over to our community events and announcements and see what's happening for this beautiful, what are we? I'm so excited to forget the day here. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. See what's happening on this beautiful Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, which means it's Psychology Wednesday. We've got a beautiful psychology class coming to you in the webinar room at 8 o'clock. So these are always at 8 o'clock. Tonight, we are going to be having Wesley Altman is going to be with us talking about mastering resilience, how you can focus, discipline. It feels like that's changed because that's not what I've been talking about. I don't think I talked about that on Monday. But anyways, all right. So Wesley's going to be with us tonight talking about mental resilience, how you can master your focus. And we all know focus and discipline you just can't overstate how important they are. When people start trading, they often think this is all about the technicals, right? If I've got a good strategy, that's all I need, right? Just tell me how to trade and what to trade, and I've got it. The reality is that's the least part of it. The biggest part of it is managing yourself and being able to consistently execute whatever you've decided to do. And maintaining that focus is much more difficult than most people give credit to until you get into trading and start to try and figure out why the heck is this not working as I expected it. So if you want to help with that, go to our webinar tonight. If you're an elite member, you can join in the webinar room at 8 o'clock. Should be a great session. Next week, I'm eager to see Dr. Charlin's presentation. We're going to talk about how you master fear in trading. That's coming up a week from tonight. That should be another good session. So as you can see, we always have these 8 o'clock sessions. What also happens on Wednesday is Nathan joins us to talk about Bookmap. Nathan's been using Bookmap for a little while now and can help you understand the value you can get. It's just another way to visualize volume on the markets and visualize where the orders are sitting. It's a great sort of bubble chart approach, and I like Bookmap. As you know, Brian shares a Bookmap chart every morning. So if you're in the room, people are always asking for him to put his screen up so they can see that if they don't have it themselves. But there's a lot more value if you grab the tool for yourself. Nathan's going to help you understand how you can get the most out of it. So that's at noon today. So that's our Wednesday webinar series. If you want to join us at Bearable Traders, you can do so. Just go to the website, bearabletraders.com. We've got all our membership options from the intro right through the elite annual. Pick the one that's good for you, and we'll see you in the chat room sometime soon. Back to you, Carlos.
All right, thank you, Peter. All right, friends, let's get to it and set some levels for what we have here this morning. Again, everything looking pretty good so far. On my list, I have IonQ, I have Tesla, I have Wells Fargo, I have POTR, and Meta as well. I'm gonna just add that here as well, Meta to my list. And that's what we're going to do this morning. So let's get to some levels here. IonQ, we'll start there. Towards the bottom, you do have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. So it's not much you need to really add down here. Again, pretty good level of support here around, we'll call it 26.77. Got a nice bounce this morning going here as the quantum stocks, again, just getting a little breathing room. So if you're holding on to these, if you added on to these, you're doing pretty decent right now. Not as decent as 50.48 a couple of days ago, but you're on your way if you're holding on to this. All right, let's take a look here. 34.77, a good level on the daily. Big support area. Support. Actually, yeah, support that cannot be resistance. 37.44. So if you see that on here, again, tons of touches. Look at the resistance here and here, and then that becomes support later down the line. Today, if we do get this push, again, that'll be fun to see if we do. That could be an area where we can see some profit taking, or at least a little bit of resistance happening there. Here is Tesla. Tesla, good volume, 4 million shares traded. I'm going to add a high of the pre-market, which is going to be at 412.90, so we'll slam a level there. And then towards the bottom, we do have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. Again, pretty easy levels. Do not need to do much on here this morning. The pop from the data this morning is still holding here and creating a lot of movement for many of these stocks. So that's Tesla, looking pretty nice. Wells Fargo, again, guys, I do like these banking tickers. Wells Fargo is one of my favorites. It does trade very well when it gets the volume. Have the pre-market 74.90. Towards the bottom, we do have 73.01. And then above here, we do have 77.90. Again, nicey stock, and many of these banks are. So wait for the volume to come in. They could be a little tricky to trade, but I really think today's their day. I'm going to watch a few of them here to see how they play out. One of our favorite stocks, not for everybody. It's a hit or miss with a lot of traders, but POTR 69.12 is the high of the pre-market right now. Towards the top, we do have a great daily level. You can see right on here, friends, the 72. 10. You definitely want to have that area marked down. And then below the pre-market low, you have plenty of levels, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, previous day close. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the things I love about this ticker is the volume. It's always there, trading great volume. Today they're doing 3.4. Meta is stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. So as far as levels, you're pretty set. Let's look to the top of this. If we do get going, we're going to have 616.36, and then above that we do have a nice level at 625. You can see a couple of days here in December flirting with that level there, 625.07. So you want to have that there as well. All right, excellent. That's our list, guys. Again, there's so many stocks in play today. You can be looking at something completely different and still do pretty well. Peter, let's take a look at what our moderators are watching this morning.
You bet. All right, our moderators are coming in with their lists, and I'm very pleased and surprised to see Andrew in first. He's up early this morning. Look at that, in with his list at 9:06 a.m. Well done, dude, man. And that's like 6 a.m. in West Coast time. Don't forget. So you got to get credit for that.
Yeah,
anyways,
we got sleep.
Detailed market. Yeah, I know. He maybe never went to bed. Yeah, maybe he's still up. I don't know. Anyways, Sean has got his detailed market analysis out there. If you're a member of the room, you can check that out. Pretty good summaries of the market he's putting in there. Thor says he actually doesn't have anything specific on his market on his list. He finds the market a little unusual, and he's going to hang back and just watch his scanners. Lenny is going to be watching Micron. I'm surprised by that. MU. He's going to be watching Tesla, Citigroup, JPMorgan, and RGTI, our favorite Rigetti spaghetti. Andrew, so I was mentioning him. His list consists of Hood, Tesla, PLTR, RGTI, and QBTS. So watching a couple quantum offerings there. He also mentioned to confirm that he's long on TNA. For a swing trade. Avi's watching as usual, the Magnificent Seven and AMD. Pierre has got AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla, Mara, and PLTR on his list. Mike is keeping it, well, I was going to say keeping it tight, but he's got the whole Magnificent Seven he's going to keep an eye on, and QBTS. Now he's back in North America, back in the U.S. for the first time in a month. So welcome back, Mike. Megan is watching NVIDIA, IonQ, and Hood. Eamon got a couple of longs he's looking at, ANF, FIGS, and he's going to be live trading with our friends over at Peak Capital. The boot camp has started, and that boot camp is well underway. So that's a great session. By the way, if you're not familiar with the Peak Capital boot camp, you should check that out. It's a great way to accelerate your trading journey. Maybe you want to wait. You could join the next program, which will be in May. But go to peakcapital.com. You can find out more information. Peak Capital. Anyways, all right, Jared is going to be watching RGTI, and I know he was already trading it. I think he said he was short it a little earlier, AMD and mRNA. Phil is going to be watching Tesla, the SPY, AMD and Amazon, and Mr. Brian Pezim will be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, and IonQ. Brendan is going to be watching NVIDIA, Tesla, RGTI, SoundHound, SOUN, and PLTR. On my own list, well, I've got my usual AMD, NVIDIA, and Tesla, and today I'll be watching two banks and Wells Fargo and JPMorgan, and I can't help but watch Rigetti Spaghetti. Why not? I do have a couple of SPACs to let you know about, so I'll let you know when those open. Those aren't usually good traders, but I tell our room whenever any IPO or special purpose acquisition company opens up, so I'll let you know about those. Don't forget, guys, we're live trading right through the open all the way till noon with you on YouTube, so stay with us here. You can get the live trading. We've got a number of different traders that'll be joining here. Should be a great morning as always. In the room, of course, we trade all day right through to the close. So give you something to watch. There's my alarm telling me we got 5 minutes to the open. So let's get her going. I see Andrew's ready to go. I said he was on super early this morning, and he is raring to go. Good morning, Andrew.
This morning.
There he is.
That was amazing pop. The inflation is really cooling down. Mm-hmm. So CPI came less than expected. And we are in profits. Pretty good. Hood is something that I'm actually watching because this one broke the 52-week high. It's up 6%. That's very interesting. It was hitting the scanner as well. I also have a lot of TNA from yesterday, and today. So I had some orders to sell today, so I sold some, but I actually added back because it might continue the strength today, IWM during the day. So
Yeah, nice trade. Nice trade on that one.
yeah, TNA was very interesting. SPY. So IWM is the most rate sensitive index, so it's up 2.4%, Q's 1.7, SPY 1.4%. And remember, guys, that today we actually have we give away on YouTube. So YouTube folks, so if you want to get a giveaway, laptop or membership, make sure to like the video to be in the draw. So you have to like the video to be in the draw. If you don't, our software don't get you. Yeah, so that's interesting. So NVDA,
Exactly.
yeah, I like
Yeah, everything's
Brian, what are you
yeah.
watching?
I'm watching the usual plus IONQ. Watching this SPY. I really don't like days like this where we get a huge move. So we're just going to have to wait and see what the market what happens here. And so probably see a bit of a pullback at the open, but I guess we'll see what happens then. But yeah, I hate these complete repricing days. Big gap days really makes it a little more difficult to figure out what is going to happen in the market. So we'll just have to wait a bit and see where things start to trend. So we had the big gap up, and now we've pulled back just a little bit and sort of just hanging around right now. So yeah, CPI came in a little lighter than expected, a tenth less. So it'd be interesting to see where we go today. What have we got? Oh, I am.
Yes, sir.
Just give me a second.
So it's funny because Jim Cramer yesterday was saying that sell all of your quantum computing in this pop. Get out, get out, get out. And today is just the ripping.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah. His it was really funny that he. Let me actually show you the Jimmy, Mr. Kramer. Never misses though. I love that guy.
Well, the thing is, it's just it's just meme. It's just meme stocks. There's no fundamental value in any of these. I mean, people in the industry have repeatedly said that quantum computing has probably has no use or value for at least another decade. That's the market is a forward-looking machine, but that's a little excessive if you think a decade. So they probably, again, there's no fundamental reason to buy these stocks, but it's just typical hot sector mania. Just
Mania,
it
yeah,
goes up because people buy it, and it goes up more because people buy more.
exactly. Wells
That's
Fargo is
logical.
super strong.
Yeah,
The banks,
all the banks came out with pretty good numbers this morning, and which I would have expected anyway. I was thinking that some of these bank numbers will be pretty good. I think we'll probably head into a pretty decent earnings season.
All right, guys, ding, 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 ding,
All
ding. The
right,
market
ding,
is
ding, ding.
open.
Here we go.
Let's see where we're getting. Tesla daily chart doesn't look great. Rigetti volume on Rigetti is super nice. It's a little bit extended from the VWAP. Let's see where we get. Jared went long AMD already. Nice. Jared long AMD. Jared is a really good trader, but be careful. Don't follow anyone blindly, guys. Rigetti tested the RGTI, tested the VWAP, quickly bounced back. Let's see if you can get a pullback on it and we go long. It looks like it's super bullish. Yeah, potential to 11, but shit, hit the VWAP quickly. Let's see if Rigetti gives us something. You get a better entry on Rigetti. Again, remember, guys, the RGTI is also super volatile. You got to be very careful. And now I think it's going to go through 11 now.
Nvidia's pulling back a bit. Tesla's pulling back a bit.
UBTS. I love the volume on Rigetti RGTI. I have a little bit of drama. Yeah, I think most likely it's going to go to 11 now. I'm waiting for a potential better entry, so not super desperate to go long now. Hood, not a lot of what's Wells Fargo doing. Yeah, Wells Fargo, no volume yet on it. Tesla holding a little bit above the VWAP.
Yeah, Tesla has some big orders higher up, but it also has some hours orders to the downside too. So
Tesla long,
Nvidia,
Tesla long, yeah, good idea. Rigetti, yeah, I think Rigetti is gonna go. I should have gone long to Rigetti. Rigetti is gonna go 11, yeah. RGTI.
yeah, I'm just long some IONQ here. We're through 34.
Wells Fargo, no volume yet. IONQ is also super interesting, Brian.
Yeah. I just got long just before 34. Just maybe can
Rigetti is
sell some
11.
here.
Did anyone took Rigetti 11? Wow, it's pretty good. Should have gone long.
Wow. I think Nvidia is selling off. That's interesting. They're selling Nvidia to buy IONQ. I'm looking for 35 on IONQ. Come on.
Let's see, Wells Fargo still has no volume. Tesla is kind of nothing. NVDA, nothing.
Nvidia is
PLTR,
selling off.
nothing. Hood, okay, so the volume and Hood is not super crazy.
I'm short Nvidia.
NVDA short.
Shit, okay, so just filled those orders, pop back up.
Yeah, no trade for me yet, guys. Rigetti, yeah, I think I missed a good trade on Rigetti. RGTI, the volume.
Okay, I'm getting stopped out of Nvidia. Still in IONQ.
IONQ is great. It's great pop at the open.
Yeah, I kind of got in late on it, unfortunately. Stars, not
PDYN
get the 35.
still holding. No trade for me yet, guys. IONQ is the best one. Yeah.
Seriously, Nvidia, you're going to drop now? Oh, there you go. IONQ right through 35.
Yeah, 35. That was a great trade, Brian. What is IONQ is also a quantum computing?
Yeah. Yes. They've got some deal with, is it Ohio or some state thing? Some deal with a state. Not exactly sure what it is, but
Apple is hitting the scan. Also with Apple. Yeah, Apple 237. The daily chart on Apple is also interesting. No trade for me yet. Let's wait until see what we can find. Tesla is also super disgusting. Rigetti. Yeah, I like the RGTI, but that's a little bit extended from the VWAP now. I don't want to go long. Let's see what's going to happen. So IONQ is a quantum computing, yes?
yeah, it is. It's coming back. Came back to my break even. going to get out. I only had a small size left. I was just targeting 35. So I'm out of the rest of it. Tesla looks like it's getting ready to sell off here.
I don't trust these drops yet. The RGTI. Yeah, see RGTI is pulling back heavily. Tesla's struggling. Tesla
bounced back.
What's Hood doing? Hood is bouncing back. I'm gonna get a long on Hood. 444.44. Let's see if Hood can do a pop. This bounce from the VWAP is interesting on Hood. Let's see Hood if they can go. I'm long heavy size on Hood. 44.40. Let's see if it can actually go a little higher. It is pulling back. Come on.
SPY is dropping.
NVIDIA is one red, Brian.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, stupid.
Adding a little bit more on
Just
Hood,
to,
44.30.
just
Let's
to
see if
annoy
Hood
me.
wants to. Stop loss on Hood is below 44. Wells Fargo volume is coming now. It's interesting. All right, so Wells Fargo volume is coming. I'm long Wells Fargo, 74.44. Now the volume I'm getting out of stopped out on Hood. Wells Fargo WFC. Let's see if this one wants to hold the VWAP or not. Market is really losing it, huh?
Yeah.
Even the SPY doesn't have much volume. What's going on?
Doodly doodly.
Doodly doodly, huh? VDA.
It's kind of what I kind of figured this pop-up might be a little bit optimistic. Yeah, NVIDIA went red on the day. Damn you. It's funny, and they're how weak NVIDIA has been over the last couple days, week. Tesla's trying to
Yeah,
move
I mean,
back
the
up.
Wells Fargo is also, let's see. Rigetti can be potential long. Although 5 minutes is ugly. What's Hood doing? Hood is coming back up. I'm getting another long on Hood, 44.40. I'm back long on Hood, 44.40. It's very
Qs and
weird price
SPY are
action.
bouncing back now.
Yeah, back long on Hood. Rigetti is going up, 1070. Tesla could be a good long now. Tesla is squeezing above the VWAP. Tesla is squeezing the
Tesla
VWAP.
has
That's
it.
interesting.
Yeah, it does have orders. It does have orders at 420, 415. Okay, that was an interesting pullback.
Yeah, Tesla is going to break the 412 R4. That's interesting.
Yeah, AMD is going back up to high of day.
All right, Tesla was
INQ,
nice. I'm still long on
INQ is back up.
Hood. I want to see if Hood can break the high of the day. 44.40. Oh, there you go. Hood. Come on, Hood.
What did it have
Rigetti
earnings? Is
is
there something
also
else
long, I think.
going on there?
RGTI is also a long, I think. It's Wells Fargo doing still long on Wells Fargo. All right, so Rigetti, I'm gonna go long Rigetti at 11, 1090. Let's see if Rigetti wants to go break off high of the day one more time. All right, Hood is gonna go. Come on, Hood.
Wow, what a nice, what a bounce on Nvidia.
Tesla,
See, this is why
Nvidia.
it's now look at the Qs and the SPY are back at high of day.
Okay, here we go, guys. Rigetti, come on, Rigetti. If Hood can, I'm still long, guys. Fairly big position on Rigetti. Sorry, on Hood. Rigetti, my average is 1078. I want to see if he can actually go toward the high of the day or not. I might actually get out of it. Let's see. Hood, I want 45.
Got
Come on,
long
Hood,
AMD
45.
again.
SPY's coming back up.
I think AMD
Wells
is going
Fargo.
to 119. They're throwing some orders in front of it. Had a pretty
Hood
good
is,
day
I'm
with.
still long, guys. Hood heavy size. Let's see if he can actually go a little bit higher, 45.
Had
Rigetti
a
as
really good
well.
day
Wells
with
Fargo.
IONQ, so I'm not really that interested in taking any more big trades. Look at IONQs.
Getting out of Wells Fargo, so below the VWAP. So I'm Hood long and Rigetti, RGTI. Let's see if RGTI can go back to the high of the day. I want Hood
long
45.
AMD. Come on, you want 119? Come on.
All right, nice. Come on, Rigetti. Break of high of the day. You can do that. I want Hood 45. Oh, there you go. Rigetti is moving, guys. Might
There we go,
actually add more
AMDs.
on Rigetti here. 11:15. Rigetti. Oh, Rigetti, RGTI, guys. RGTI. All right, nice. I'm scaling out, guys, on RGTI. 11:44. Nice. RGTI. Nice. So I'm actually Hood very heavy size too. Time to start partialing, guys. 44.95. There you go.
There goes
That's
IONQ.
nice. Now this is a day. RGTI, guys. RGTI.
Here
Let's
we
see
go,
if
119,
we get
119 on AMD. Here we go. Sold some.
is making new highs. Let's see if IWM can move up or not.
Yeah, Qs and SPY are
IWM
rocking
is
it.
struggling now. SPY up. Wells Fargo is coming back up. Wells Fargo's. I'm surprised that Wells Fargo trades like this.
All out of AMD.
Guys, I'm long at RGTI. I might actually maybe add more a little bit, 1135. Let's see if we can actually get another pop on RGTI. My average on RGTI is 1098. So let's see if I can actually survive RGTI. Who dropped? See if Hood stopped me out or not. Robinhood trades like a garbage. Come on.
I've always found that one hard to trade.
I know. I don't know why it trades like that. All right, RGTI is dropping really bad. Okay, I'm gonna stop that on RGTI, guys. I'm all out of RGTI. It's just
that's
garbage.
why I'm out of AMD. I'm flattening on everything now. I think we that pop back might be a top. We'll see what happens. AMD may have some more upside here. The book is still pretty bullish.
Yeah, AMD is pretty clean, actually. AMD is a very, very clean.
It had a nice move back up. after that pullback. There's definitely some sellers here.
What's NVIDIA
Same
doing?
with NVIDIA.
NVIDIA.
Same with NVIDIA. It looks like it's that pop kind of exhausted some buyers for the time being.
All right, so I'm gonna get stopped out, guys, on the hood as well. So it bounced back to my break-even point. Yeah, RGTI was just not great. It's kind of weird. The order flow is really weird on everything. Yeah, I'm out of RGTI, guys, and hood. So Tesla, SPY is moving up. How's the sectors? Which sector are most strongest? Let's take a look at trading terminals. This sector
AMD still strong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Utilities and financials, obviously. Yeah, this Rigetti turned out to be such a messy trade for me. I had a little bit of a profit on it, but Wells Fargo, garbage, hood, traded like a garbage. Yeah, it stopped me out and bounced back. I don't know, man. This I don't find anything right now to trade. Yeah, hood was
Should have
something.
stayed with the AMD.
Tesla is up
NVIDIA came right back up
4%.
again. Yeah, it looks like the SPY is breaking out. Qs are breaking out higher.
Yeah, actually getting out. Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Nice on all that front. Wells Fargo is going back up too. So
Tesla. Yeah, so things are now extended to the upside. I'm really keen on chasing stuff.
yeah, Wells Fargo is going to go through 75.
AMD has some really big orders at 120. It's very moving up very cleanly. Now we're dropping a
AMD
bit.
seems that is the trade of the day, honestly.
Yeah.
Rigetti is the absolute garbage. Tesla looks like it wants to go back up 4%, but yeah, Tesla 415, 420 might be a day for it. What's IWM doing? IWM trying to go back up, huh? IWM 226 looks like a resistance.
Tesla.
Right, so I'm long TNA, which is directed to IWM. Let's see if it can actually, like the market is moving up. Let's see if IWM can also start moving. Tesla looks like it wants to go to 415. It's a little bit late to get in there.
That's the problem, I think.
Hood is now back up.
Breakout.
Piece of garbage, Hood. Piece of garbage. I had a lot of shares on Hood. This piece of garbage, Vlad. Not that he did anything.
Vlad. Yeah, I think Megan had Hood on her watch list too. I don't know how she traded it. Some big orders at 420 on Tesla could be going there.
Tesla looks like, it wants to go up.
I'm looking at the
Olympic with the scanner, NVO, Novo Nordisk.
Looking at these 415 calls, but now it's pulling back a bit. I don't know. Had a nice pop up. IONQ still finding buyers.
Yeah, NVIDIA was the best, actually. NVIDIA is going to go to 120, I think. IONQ. Insuling is also hitting the scanner. So no position for me, guys, except the TNA. Let's see. I don't like the volume and order flow on anything. Like even Tesla, that always have really good order flow. Today is meh. SPY is strong. Yeah. I need to show them who's the boss.
Tesla's pulling back now.
Yeah. Hood. I wish Hood I was still in Hood. Hood is gonna probably run up all day today. Damn. Hood. Robin Hood.
I think
Robin
is
Hood.
that just a Bitcoin play?
Don't know,
That's
actually.
just
That's a good question. I don't know what's the news on Hood. It's a great trade on it. I had a big size on Hood too. I made money on it, but not as much as I was hoping. Rigetti, RGTI turned out to be a very messy trade for me. Its ads kind of didn't work the way that I wanted. Wells Fargo also lost the volume. Yeah, Wells Fargo is a perfect example of institutional trading. It's a nice stock. You see, there's really at 937, there's 1 million volume came in, and then including my shares, and then nothing after that. It just kind of died. And you want to stay away from this kind of volume. You want to be more like a uniform order flow. Spies,
Redzilla was trading. Redzilla was trading IONQ as well.
$45 million penalty.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know they got.
GTA.
Yeah, didn't sound like
Yes,
much.
they sold.
It's got to be
Yeah,
a. It's
45
got to be
million is
billions.
nothing. Like, I know.
Yeah, it's got to
I
be
can settle
billions.
with the SEC on 45 million. Like, what is that? 45 million. Uh, Meta. What's Meta daily chart look like?
They're going after Musk
Zuck.
again for SEC for not reporting his trades.
TNA doing nothing. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that
IONQ,
the volume.
like a 36.
Yeah, INQ is amazing. So sorry, IonQ, you said it's a quantum
Yeah, it's quantum.
IonQ. Yeah, so it is a IonQ. What does this one do? IonQ is a company, quantum computing hardware and software company based in College Park, Maryland. They're developing a general purpose trapped ion quantum. Okay, thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so oh wow, it is moving from $7 to $50.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody
Crazy.
became a billionaire, obviously. Um,
Still odds on for the Fed Watch tool. Still no rate hike in January, despite this report this morning. Still sitting at 97%,
QUBT.
holding steady.
Yeah, QUBT is
Yeah,
interesting. How did I miss this one? QUBT is super interesting. It's nice, clean.
they're all they're all the quantum stocks. QBUT.
But quantum
Butman.
computing.
QButman.
So no trade for me, guys, yet. I want to see where we're getting at. NVIDIA MU is pretty strong today. It's hitting the scanner as well, 5% up. This is a very nice,
Yeah, all the
ugly daily chart,
all
though.
All the semi stocks there. I saw XOXL up quite a bit this morning.
TNA is still holding the VWAP. Let's see if TNA can go up. 45. IWM 2.4%. US dollar got a little bit weaker, but not too much. Usually when the interest rates go down, the currency gets a weaker. The way that it works is usually the pairs shift toward the stronger currency. Stronger interest rate. So because you can borrow from Canadian dollar, put it in US dollar, and make money from this carryover interest rate trade. That's why Canadian dollar is a little bit stronger today. Okay, Wells Fargo stopped me out, but it's now moving back toward the high of the day. But again, it's a very meh price action. So Wells Fargo is going to go break the high of the day. Yeah.
Wow. SPY
Goldman
bounced right off the
Sachs.
VWAP.
Yeah, Goldman Sachs is also really nice. Yeah, all the banks are moving up very nicely.
Yeah. Good results.
And yeah, I went through 10. I like the volume on QUBT. Quantum computing, that's very interesting. It's now a little too late to enter, but it looks pretty interesting.
IONQ. It's got to run out of steam here. You would think
RGTI is
somewhere.
super disgusting. SOXL, we don't want it. Hood is still moving up. Yeah, Hood might be just running all day. Very difficult to enter now for long. Wells Fargo, yeah, breaking high of the day. IONQ is also super interesting. Now, we kind of missed all the good entries. I am green, but I didn't have really any trade that I would be proud of. RGTI was good, but when I
Yeah.
added, it kind of messed it up.
I'm pretty happy with my IONQ trade this morning, so it was an okay day.
Very nice. Where is that? I want to be trading there. Oh, it's such a beautiful place. Tesla is
Where's
going
that?
back up to, I don't know, St. Pete Beach. Tesla is going to go to 416. There you go. Beautiful Tesla. Yeah, let's see what PLTR is doing. Our buddy PLTR. PLTR is kind of choppy around here. Yeah, Tesla definitely have a level at 416. He wants to go toward that. Tesla 420. I think today Tesla we're gonna get to 420 on Tesla. It looks like it. SPY
Depends what the
5.
markets are going to do.
Yeah. Getty
SPY
is
is back at
dropping.
high of day.
UBT also getting a little bit crazy. What did you guys trade on YouTube, guys? Yeah, IBCD on Tesla was very nice. Yes, nice. KMCO, NVIDIA. Yeah, Hood is on fire, Carlos. But Hood was one of the nicest, cleanest one. I just got stopped me out right at it. Tesla for 16. IWM. Please don't sell off. Go back up to the high of the day, please.
Wow. AMD's really rolling over here.
Bitcoin is back to 100,000. 100,000 Bitcoin.
Really range bound.
SPY
SPY's
MACD
trying
made
to
a new high of the day. SPY is gonna go too. It's pretty nice, everything.
SPY is, I was just going to say SPY's trying to decide what to do here. Break out
The
or
high of the day.
top out.
That's what I want to do. Boom. Tesla. And why did I not trade Tesla? Did I call you I mentioned that I like this pattern, guys. Look at that, my chart. Do you see 940? There's a huge candlestick squeeze above the VWAP. Usually these are really good sign that you can go long. So very heavy volume squeeze. These are the candlesticks that are really like with volume you squeeze above, especially for a stock that is gapping up. That's a usually a very good entry with a stop loss just below the VWAP, and usually you can get a really good continuation. This is the moment that these candlesticks usually say that there is a really change of shift into the buyers and sellers. So usually shorts have to cover here because anyone who's short below the VWAP now they have to cover, and then completely the pattern changes. So if you look at the Tesla candlestick at 940, 937 or something like that, this candlestick is usually a sign that you can actually take a really great trade on it. So now Tesla is going to blow up to 420, I think. Good for Elon Musk, good for John, good for all the bulls. Yeah, Lina, this candlestick, I called it at 939. I don't know why I didn't take it because I think I had a big size on hood. I just didn't want to have another volatile stock open position. But Getty, I think, is dead. QUBT. Yeah, I don't dare to touch these quantum stocks far from VWAP because they can drop really bad.
Yeah.
Apple hitting like a bust. Yeah. PLTR is dead.
Lots of
So
stocks
we
to
delete
trade.
PLTR.
Lots of stocks to trade today.
EU is amazing too. Yeah, EU is super nice. NVDA, it's our buddy NVDA. Shouldn't
It's right back at high. What's that high of day?
very nice.
Still some big orders sitting on Tesla at 420.
20, yeah.
I think you're right. I think it is going to go there. Should we play it with options? Should we buy some options on Tesla 420
Extend it.
end of
So a
week?
little bit extended. Rigetti wants to move on. Rigetti starts. Look at that. Yeah, the beast, Rigetti Computing. Nice, Sean. $1,000, Sean. That's great. Lenny, what did you trade? Nice, Lenny. Great trade on the MU. Lenny is having a webinar tomorrow on the opening range breakout that he does. It's a great trade, Lenny. He just posted his trades in the chat room. So, Carlos, you can actually show that to YouTube people as well. So, it's very, very nice. Sean, great trade. Sammy, do you take Hood without telling me? That's not cool, man. That is not cool.
I never even watched Hood. I don't even know what it did today. So it moved up though. That's nice. Nice
Hood, yeah, it turned out
pullback
to
at
be a
the
super
open.
nice trade. Yeah. Nice. Sure, the Tesla.
This see what's this breakout on the SPY is doing. It looks like it's been a bit of a false breakout.
Yeah, IWM doesn't want to go much higher, huh? Today. That is not good. That means that our TNA is
Yeah.
in danger.
Yeah, that
And
was a
you want
nice
to.
swing trade. I never would have taken that trade. There was too much binary. To me, there was too much risk. I mean, if the CPI had come in hot or PPI, we'd be looking at the opposite reaction. But
Yeah,
it
plus it
worked out
dropped
for you.
significantly. Yeah. Well, I reduced my position on it. Like I had only a few thousand
Yeah.
shares. But IWM was in a short term was pretty oversold. So
SPY is interesting. It's coming back
And a
down
good
now
copy.
to the 9
Apple is the
EMA.
strongest one. Yeah, the sectors, the financial XLF is the most strongest one. Obviously, all the banks are moving up. Tesla is strong, but again, I don't want to go long Tesla right now. Here, it's a little bit extended to me for entry for long. Rigetti, yeah, Rigetti is also. I have an eye on Rigetti. Something is telling me that I should go long again, but again, it's kind of extended and has these weird drops on it. Team Oklo is hitting the scanner. Is that the Sam Altman nuclear energy Oklo?
Yes. Yeah. That's what it is. Scanners. Yeah, 99,400 on Bitcoin.
Yeah, 99,999. It's very close to 100,000. Oh, actually, it did hit 100,000 a few minutes ago. Yeah, we do have a Matt. We do have a complete video on DAS. So on our education center, we have this whole DAS videos that you can actually look into that. So absolutely, AMD break of hive today. Oh yeah, AMD is interesting. Yeah, AMD is not interesting. I'm gonna get a long on AMD. Let's see if it can actually go to the hive today. Yeah, we'll see if AMD can go to 120. Uh, Gary said that. It's at 119.40. Let's see if he can go to break of hive today. Adding a little bit more. Let's see if AMD can actually get to 120.
Yeah.
There you go, AMD. Nice, nice AMD. Guys, this is the biggest scalp. Let's see 120 if you can break the 120 on AMD. Gary, was it you? Yeah, you said that, huh? Thanks. See
Wow.
if the
AMD
AMD
just
breaks
literally,
120.
the AMD came right down to the VWAP, bounce back.
I know. Did it do a 920? It did that 920, Brian.
Yeah, they did 920. Yeah. Yeah.
920, yeah. So I'm long AMD. Let's see if AMD actually can go to 120. Hopefully it doesn't become jerky. Rigetti wants to go back to half the day.
I'm watching what SPY is going to do here. Seems like we bounced again, but
AMD also
just
dropped
trying
back.
to.
Idiot.
Seems like there's some sellers on the SPY there. See if we get through them.
Tesla is that. Let's see if AMD. What's AMD doing? I'm about to get out of AMD actually now.
Wow,
I
that was quite a rejection. Oh shit.
know. It's
IONQ
kind
is
of a.
still going.
Damn you, Gary. It's your fault. It was your fault, Gary. On AMD. Who is at 46? Oh my god. Who is at 46?
At some point, if IONQ pulls back, drops through the 9, VWAP would be a great trade bounce. I don't know if it's going to ever do that on this today, but
Gary. I'm just kidding, Gary. I mean, trade management is my job. It's no one's fault. Kind of chasing it, actually. Let's see if AMD can give me a place to get out. I swear I'm not going to get out of it. Yeah. Damn it, Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo. Let's see. Hood was amazing at 46. Hood is going to continue going up today. UM tries to go back to the high of the day. Tesla 420 today. SPY broke the high of the day.
yep.
I don't know, man. It's just one of those. What time is it? 10:12. Everything's gapping up, but I don't see a lot of volume and volatility right now. Let's see what
No.
SRV. Again, the order flow is pretty bad on everything. Meta, QUBT.
The only thing that's going up a lot is IONQ just continues to go up.
Yeah, IONQ is just no
It's a
pullback,
beast.
nothing. It just continues going higher. The beast. Tesla is going to go back up. What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA looks like it wants to break the high of the day as well. So we can trade the NVIDIA LL. Tesla, yeah, Tesla 420 today for sure. Wood is going to go to 46. UUBT is also very interesting. AMD, unfortunately, I think AMD lost it. I'm still long in there,
AMD
but
is,
I'm trying to see. Should I get stopped out on it? All right, I'm getting out of AMD, guys. I stopped down on AMD on 1912. That was a bad loss on AMD.
yeah, I'm just waiting for IONQ to do something.
IONQ is coming down 10:15. I don't know. Market gapped up, but something is telling me that market is not great for day trading. Everything is kind of not super. Everything is kind of trading near the V. Like look at NVIDIA, is just a little bit near the VWAP.
Yeah.
Tesla was good actually.
Seems to be my my data on DOS is slow.
Same as me. Like I feel that something is not right. Change my code server in DOS and see.
Yeah, see, I just got a notice. I had some data issue, and then now it's come back, but it's really jerky.
IWM doing nothing. SPY strong. What's the daily chart on SPY look like? Yeah, SPY looks like it's going strong.
Mm-hmm.
Jared, what should we do? Jared, what are you trading? Trading. The SPX. Bonds are up a little bit. TLT.
Yeah, bonds are the bond yields are down today.
PayPal is hitting the scanner. Let's see. PayPal. What's PayPal doing? 89. PayPal is slowly recovering, huh? Wow. It's on an uptrend. Post pandemic, PayPal was crazy. AMD is going down. Sean, what did you trade? Spies hitting new all high of the day.
Yeah.
Rigetti.
Just got,
QUB.
I'm long some SPX option. Just playing this move to the upside on SPY.
So you're long SPY options?
Yeah, SPX.
SPX options, yeah. Rigetti, RGTI. I'm going to get a long on RGTI at 11. Smaller size. Let's see what's going to happen. Very small size. Let's see if actually RGTI can potentially get out of this range. Adding a little bit at 11.04. Above 11.30 might actually go break of high of the day. We'll see. Big ask on it, or 11. I think a little bit more on it and see. I don't trust this breakouts. Usually these breakouts sometimes you do drop, but let's see. Above 11.30, 11.40, I might add more for the break of high of the day. There's no shares for short available anymore. It's interesting. Nice, Tommy. Yeti, see if Yeti can go for the break of high of the day. Again, be careful, guys, on your share size on this. This one is a little bit volatile.
Yeah. I'm just selling. I'm selling some of these. I'm trading in 59.45 calls on SPX.
So Rigetti, the asks are getting bigger, but again, the nature of this stock is sometimes they pump it and then dump it. So gotta be a little bit careful on Rigetti, RGTI, MITUK. Tesla is gonna go 418 break of high of the day.
Yeah, there's still some really big orders set up there, right through 425 on Tesla.
All right, so let's see if Rigetti can beat high. Let's see if I can actually. I haven't partialed yet on Rigetti. See if I can actually go for the break of high of the day or not. Adding a little bit more on Rigetti. 11:30. See if we can actually go to 11. If 11:40, then we might actually go for the break of high of the day at 11:46, 11:50. We previously rejected this really bad. See. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Stopped out of the rest of these SPX calls and flat on the rest of them.
QUBT.
Just
See if we're gonna go. It looks like it wants to go for the break of high of the day.
Nvidia's right back at pre-market high, so it might pull back here.
I think a little bit more on Rigetti here for the break of
144.70.
high of the day.
You're back at your spaghetti stock, spaghetti.
Rigetti,
Back at high
spaghetti,
a
and all
day.
they're getting. It hasn't been break it out yet, but 11:50 could, that's my target. Let's see if we can get there. Right there. It's kind of a break of high of the day. Can be a good shorter squeeze. 11:45. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
That helps talking it up. Talk it up.
50. Come on, come on. 50. Yeah, one time here I rejected that really bad. So if it rejects, boom, drop on me. 46 is the high of the day. What is this level that you don't want to break? Come on. Come on. I'm live on YouTube. Don't embarrass me. Come on. 11:45, 11:50. It's a round number. You gotta break it.
Oh man.
I have a fairly big size on it now. I kept adding on it, so it better break it 11:50 or I blow up my account. Which is 11:22. Show me some ask. Show me some ask up there. Is Bookmap also working for this type of stocks, Brian?
That's a good question.
It's
I
more like,
think I've looked at it. I've looked at it before. Let me take a look.
show me that ask.
See what I get. What I get here. Let's take a look.
Getty.
Rigettio.
Rigettio spaghettio. Come on, Rigetti. Today is not planning to break.
Let's see what it's got. There's a big order at 1150, but you can kind of see where it came down to the VWAP, bounced off, and then some orders built here to the upside. You can see where they started to show up. The timing on it. It's a great. One of the nice things about Bookmap is you can get some historical information about where orders were set.
So are you sharing your screen? Because I can't see it. Oh, you do. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So I think 50, there is very big orders going on. That huge red line, yeah.
Yeah, right here,
1128.
right up here, 1150. Kinsella is predominantly, there's more selling than there is buying just by this CVD.
Interesting. That is not a news that I wanted to hear. That means that I should get out. Huh?
I don't know. Well, that's it's there is an order at 11 now that's showing up. I don't know. Seems pretty choppy.
Spaghetti. Yeah, 5 minute has broken really. Now it makes a new 5 minute low. So this is my last chance to get out of it at the break even. See if I'm a degen or not. This is my universe is giving me another chance to see if you want to get out or not. That's exactly my average 1123. And I have a fairly big size. This is my chance.
Well,
The
put
universe.
in a bit of a double bottom here. Here's a double bottom here. So this is your opportunity here. Whether we can move back up through this ABCD pattern, I would say.
Universe
If
is
it
testing me.
yeah, if it fails to get above here, I would say that's not a good sign. See if we get some volume coming in here. There you go. That's a good sign.
All right. So we broke out. Interesting. Yeah, I'm watching your book map. That's actually very interesting. Maybe I should start learning it.
Yeah, it's a good way to, actually, it's a pretty decent way to watch the price action too.
All right. So I'm still long on it anyway. So thanks to Brian and his input.
And we could be coming
Mo,
back up
don't
to
chicken out,
this
huh?
right here.
If anything, I'm adding more here then in that case. 1139, I'm adding more a little bit here. Let's see if we can actually break the high of the day.
I would have added more on this breakout here, right here. So if you're going to
You
add,
would or you wouldn't have. Oh, there you go. Come on,
I
come
would
on.
have added.
Yes.
There you go.
Allah. Yes. Now partial ink.
And
Allahu Akbar. It was this. It's great. Oh man, you have no idea what a big position I have right now. Nice. Okay. Everybody help. The whole community helped me to hold this position.
yeah.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was group work. It was a group work. I'll make it up to you in Vancouver,
Yeah.
guys. So I'll make it up to you in
look at
Vancouver.
that.
Group work, dinner on me. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
look at
Half of
as soon as we
that idea.
filled all that order, look at how it dropped.
Yeah. Well, half of that million shares was for me. So
Yeah, probably. This half of this ball.
yeah, it was something like that. It was almost 100,000 shares I had.
Because what's Rigetti do? How many shares have traded today on Rigetti? It's like how many
183 million.
multi-millions. Yeah, crazy.
183 million. Crazy, yeah.
So you can easily drop, 100,000 shares and it would hardly be noticed.
Mr. Rigetti. All right, thank you so much. So I'm getting out of the rest of my position. I had a really good day on it. I had a big size, so from 1110 to 1160, even though it looks small, but for this smaller share size, a smaller price, stocks are really tricky. So AMD was my biggest loss, thanks to Gary. Oh. No, Anthony, I didn't have 500,000. No, I just made a joke. 500,000 shares. No, that's a lot. IWM is not doing anything. 1110.
There's really no orders up higher now on Rigetti, so I would think it might end up going back to 11.
Blue out there. There's seagulls and dogs and
Are you in your office? Or are you the new office? Or are you no?
oh, I'm home.
You're at
I'm
home.
home.
Yeah, can tell by the view.
All
You're
right.
going to give
So
away
what
a
should we do there?
laptop
Like,
today?
yeah, we're gonna give something, laptop, membership, anything. Anything. What do you want, guys? You guys were good sport watching me. Laptop day. Laptop. UM looks like it wants to go higher. Do we sell some of our TNA, Brian, or no?
Wouldn't be a bad idea to take some off. I don't think. What have we got for? We have retail sales tomorrow. Business inventories.
Laptop membership. Membership is easier to give. Laptop is a little tricky to ship. Like somebody got the laptop in India. How do we send it to India? Like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit tricky. So we might actually do membership, huh? Membership is better, huh? Let the winner choose. That's also Colorado is close. So, like for example, Kyle Taylor, he didn't send us a video. Kyle, shame on you. Shame.
Yeah.
So he got the laptop, but he didn't send bootcamp or something like that. He didn't get anything. Shame on you, Kyle.
Yeah, you would think. Least you could
You got
do.
a bootcamp and you didn't send us. Kyle. Shame on you. I'll send you the. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Shame, Kyle. Shame, Kyle. You decided to.
And Tesla's
All
going
right.
nowhere.
Yeah, I have nothing going nowhere. Like Hood was amazing, and I know Megan traded Hood and a few other people, but I kind of missed on it, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm not gonna trade anything else, guys. I had a pretty good day. AMD, I lost $13,000 thanks to Mr. Gary L with his call. Hood was pretty okay. RGTI, thanks for everybody, for the whole community, helped me on that. Wells Fargo was okay. And TNA, this 10,500 was actually my swing. And I still have half of my swing left, another $9,000 open position here. So it was a very, very nice trade on everything. Guys, Vancouver, guys. Vancouver, guys. I want to remind everybody, Vancouver, for Vancouver retreat. And here's the deal, guys. Anybody who comes to Vancouver, I'll give the credit. I'll give the payment credit for the next purchase toward the PCT. So essentially, this retreat will be free for you. Because I really like a lot of people come for this retreat that we're having in Vancouver, for the summit that we have for 3 days. And believe me, you're gonna have really good fun and really good value on your investment.
Yeah.
So anyone who comes, including the people who already purchased, I'll give you the credit for the next purchase. So essentially, it would be free for you. I'm gonna send the link for you, and if you want to come to really,
There's your move back to 11 on Rigetti. Yeah, it's come to Vancouver. We had a great meetup last year. It's going to be even better this year.
as it's 3 days plus, I got the whole nightclub guys for everybody. When is this summit, Basim? I just posted that it's March 29th, 30th, and 31st. So here, so I'm just gonna put this one here. Just put the link here, and believe me, here, like for example, like you can see my email. So we already have the Mansion nightclub booked, so you can actually see it in my screen. So we actually booked 3 really good DJs, so the whole nightclub for us. So this is here, and Mike and Gabriel, you want to. So yeah, so get yours. Yeah, Chris is coming. Tanya is coming. Chris' girlfriend. So Elena is coming. So I'm
Nice.
really looking forward, guys, to you guys come.
It's going to be great.
All the team members are coming, including Eamon from Russia is coming. So super excited to guys to come. So, and I really appreciate your support and trust. So if you do
You'll get to
come
meet,
again, essentially it would be free for you.
You'll get to meet Peter in the flesh.
We can actually take Peter to skydive and make sure that his parachute doesn't open, so he gets what he
his,
wants.
his last wish. His last wish
He
is
makes his
fulfilled.
last wish true. So yeah, this is the situation that we're dealing right now with. Let's find the YouTube thing. Right. So what do you want? A membership or laptop? What we decide? Membership or laptop? What did we want in the? Yeah, we do, Bob. Don't worry about it.
You can
We're gonna
give the person a choice. Give the person a choice.
Yeah, so we give a person a choice. Laptop
You can choose.
or what is that? So what should we do with our positions?
I don't know.
So guys, make sure to like the video and comment so your software catches you for the draw. And Kyle Taylor, shame. Again, you didn't send us the video. TikTok, did Elon Musk buy TikTok? I think Elon Musk should
No,
buy
that was
TikTok and delete it.
that was the rumor.
I think you should buy it and delete it.
But I don't think ByteDance wants to have anything to do with selling it. So I think they were trying to rein on that idea.
Wood is gonna go to 46.
Wow, IONQ kind of missed this one, but it bounced right off the VWAP. That would have been a good trade. I missed that.
Tesla. Yeah, Tesla doesn't have much momentum now. Tesla might be a good buy. Call options. What do you think of Brian? 420 calls.
I looked at those earlier. I thought you kind of talked me out of them.
All right.
What
So,
do they,
Carlos, can you get my screen? Carlos can get my screen. We can do the laptop situation. Show that. Put to 46. Ah, perfect. Oh, nice. I like that. I really actually like Carlos, the hotkey that you did. It was very nice. All right, guys, let's go. Let's go.
click, click,
Let's
click,
go. Let's
click,
go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Membership. We're gonna give a membership because it's easier probably for shipping. Yeah. I mean, we had someone from like India. I don't know how to ship something to India, and even sending money is pretty difficult to India.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a lot of these things and
You'd have
stuff.
to use
Michelle
Bitcoin.
or Michael. Do we have someone like that? Michael, my ship. Do we have that? Congratulations. Congratulations to Miss or Miss Michael. Is that correct or is it a grammatical error?
Michael.
Congratulations, Michael. Do we have something? Yes, yeah, we do have it. So, Michael, congratulations. Email me, and you gotta, don't be like Kyle. Please be nice and give us a video about this.
Don't be like Kyle. Don't be a Kyle.
Don't be a Kyle, please. Don't be a Kyle. All right, congrats. Congrats on that front for everybody. Thanks, Carlos, for that. Congrats. All right. So what else we do in life? So Hood, I told you Hood is going to continue going up. This was a very interesting trade on Hood. Unfortunately, I regret not trading it today. I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. I'm going to actually tell you the truth. I'm going to share a secret with you. The reason that I traded so bad today was last night I had dinner like at 10 p.m. It was a very bad dinner. And I couldn't sleep at all. Like, can you believe that how eating bad food late impacts your body? So I woke up at like 4:30, just my body was loud. Like every time that I have food late at day, it just messes my life like way too late. Yeah. Remember that we were talking about having dinner like it was a meeting with someone, so I was meeting someone and that person wasn't available until later in the night. And this is what I noticed, that from now on, my meetings and everything, if you want to have a dinner meeting, 5:30. If not, sorry about that. Like, do another. Like, why would I, now that I'm getting older, I realize that I should say no to late dinners, late meetings during the week, because I like to be fresh for my trading. This is more passionate than having a dinner late with someone. So yeah, say no to late dinners, Teddy. Exactly. from now. Or just
Wow,
launch
look at
them.
that.
No peer pressure. Fuck peer pressure. Um,
Look at that. Look at that 920 on IONQ.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, beautiful 920.
Oh,
IONQ is
yeah.
amazing. Rigetti is also coming back up. IONQ looks like it wants 40 today.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not out of the question. I mean, it was a $50 stock last week.
So, Brian, should we sell these 4,000 shares of TNA or should we just hold it?
I mean, let me look.
I'm not a person who always know everything.
Where are we with IWM?
So, what do we have? Yeah, Monday is also a close, Martin Luther King.
Oh, is it
So,
is it Monday?
yeah, Monday's market is closed. Is Martin Luther King Day. And, that's inauguration as well. Um,
Definitely looks like we could be hitting some resistance here on IWM. This 226 level is an area where we've rejected from a couple times over the last 10 days. Interesting. Tesla just dropped.
everything is kind of rolling over slowly.
Yeah, everything's slowly. The SPY might be coming back to the VWAP, which would be about 590.80.
All right, guys. So I gotta take a quick break. Again, thanks for your support for my RGTI account. I'll be back in
Yeah,
2 minutes, and
that
we
worked
have
out.
Avi and who's coming at 11? I know Avi's coming. Paris is off this week. Is Carlos joining Avi?
Might be.
So IWM is rolling over.
Yeah. So, like I said, this 226 level.
Thor will be in
Seems
the
to be.
chat room. Yeah, so Carlos, you can join, or yeah, I think if Carlos would join, that would be nice. I'll be back quickly. Perfect. Congrats. Oh, there you go,
All
Michael.
right.
Congrats. Michael emailed me.
Yeah, let's see.
Perfect, Michael. Michael, you emailed us.
Yeah, Tesla's definitely right to the penny. Paul's just pointing out where's Tesla rejected from. Yeah, SPY is coming down to the VWAP here. Expect a bit of a bounce there. Qs are rolling over a bit as well. Lost the VWAP and some 9 EMA. Excuse me, I should actually SPY is below the VWAP, and it might come down to this 20 EMA. Nvidia is having a pretty strong day. It's still holding above the VWAP, and it's still right back at the pre-market high, which is 134.70. So we've gone through there actually. So we're breaking that pre-market high on Nvidia. Ooh, SPY bounced back. Qs bounced back. Buying brigade came back in. What else? I know it. Yeah, it really turned and burned there. It's a good question. I don't know. Well, sometimes things don't always trade within their ATR. I mean, if there's news or if there's a particular market event like we had today, sometimes things will, that's just an average, right? Tesla came back up, Nvidia breaking out. What's that look like on a daily? Wonder if it's going to be trending all day here. Nvidia's at R4. It's broken through there, and yesterday's high is 136.35, and that's also an area where I would expect some resistance as well. It's kind of yesterday's where yesterday really had trouble getting through there. So if we do manage to get to 36 on Nvidia, watch for a rejection just above there. There is a big order right there, 136. um, 920s aren't as effective after you do the first one. That's what I find. So we had a really nice 920 on IO and Q right around just after 1030. It's around 1035. So we pushed back up, went to a new high, and then immediately pulled back in and The problem doing a 920 in this scenario is the 9 and the 20 EMA are starting to close the gap. Like when you have a nice steady run up, there's always a nice gap between the 9 and the 20 EMA. But when you start to flatten out, those moving averages start to come together, and that's what you're seeing right here now. And so there's very little difference between the two. So, and you can see here, this was kind of a false breakout. The 9 EMA is now rolling over, and we're trading below it, and it's sloping down, which again, I like to use a 9 EMA as a sort of an indicator as to whether we're trending up or trending down. And this sloping down in EMA is a 9 EMA is telling me we've kind of flipped to a bit of a downtrend here. Not to say it won't bounce back. It's been strong, but this 136.60 might be support. This was the prior low.
Hey Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, or good evening, I guess it is.
Yes, good evening and good morning to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. What time is it there? Remind me again, I should know.
I'm losing track now. It's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m.
8 o'clock. Oh, it's early. It's early for you. Should
It's
have
early for me.
yeah, still early.
Oh
It's
dear.
kind of weird, eh? Going to work at it's like you're on shift work.
Yeah, it's really strange. I'm getting a lot of disorientation these days.
Okay. Hey, do you
But it's
do you go to the ski hill in Abu Dhabi there? Do they have one don't they have one in the mall or something?
yeah, it's in Dubai, and I mean seriously, after
Oh, Dubai.
snowboarding
Okay.
real mountains, yeah, it's not something I do. It's a tourist thing, I think, and I get
Okay.
really bored of there. I'd rather go to Whistler or someplace.
Okay. I thought you'd
Not my
warm up
thing.
there, and then when you get ready when you come to Vancouver for our Vancouver meetup in March.
I could
Uh,
possibly do that. Yeah. I'd
okay,
rather
there you
just go
go.
surfing. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
all good.
All right. Well, how was your morning?
It's been interesting. Lots of movement, today? Lots of movement on
Yeah,
everything. Yeah, it's been
yeah.
exciting.
I find these really strong move days are a little bit more challenging to trade. It sort of requires a bit of a different approach
Mhm.
because you just you markets repricing everything, so you kind of have to wait to figure out what's moving and what isn't. Fortunately,
Mhm.
INQ worked pretty well today.
Yeah,
So
nice.
yeah, what about
Yeah,
you? Have you taken a trade yet at all, or because I know you look more for trends than anything else?
yeah, but I got involved in some stuff early today. Tesla going up, Nvidia
Good,
going up. So caught the
good,
Amazon
good,
drop, just exited that. So it's been a busy day already. So
good.
I like these
Awesome.
kinds of days, lots and lots of opportunities, and I think it's
Yeah,
only going to
for
get
sure.
better, at least for me.
All
Yeah.
right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to her and have a good rest of your morning.
All right. Thanks, Brian. I'll see you later.
Cheers.
Take care. Hey, guys. Yes, Oliver, you did miss the laptop giveaway. Should have been here earlier. I'm not giving away a laptop. Don't talk to me about it. Talk to Andrew. Cool. Anyways, hope you guys are having fun. This is a lot of fun today. I'm actually a little tired already. I mean, it's been a lot of action, a lot more than I'm used to. But hey, it's good. This is where the money's made. Opportunities. And when the opportunities come, you got to take them. So right now I'm in this Nvidia long from something like 30 minutes ago. Did a nice pullback, pretty healthy pullback. Ideally, it keeps going. Now I'm still in it, still with a full position. So let's see. Tesla was an interesting one this morning for me at least, and for my mentees. We're trading together. Got in long here in the third candle and stopped out twice within these wicks, and then eventually did get the move but that was a tough one. And then again, it still didn't. I was looking for 420 really, but didn't work. So that was fun. And then what else was there? Just recently, Amazon, I caught the drop, and I'm already out of it. Where did I exit? Yeah, not long ago. I think on this white candle somewhere here. Anyways, that was a good fun little move. So yeah, lots of activity here, lots of fun to be had. Hope you guys are getting some of this. I mean, even if you're not trading RGTI or any of those things, the regular stuff still moves very nicely. Just gonna tighten up my exit here on this NVIDIA position. There we go. So what are you guys all looking at here in the chat? You can't see my screen? I would figure you can. It's sharing. I think we got to flip over from the other screen, from Andrew's screen.
Hey, Abby, how you doing? Yeah, I'll flip it now. I'm getting set up here for you.
Cool. Thanks, Carlos.
How's it going, man? How was your day today?
Good. It was good. I was just talking about it. Very active. Lots of opportunities. So getting in, getting out. I feel like I overtraded, but when the opportunities are there, you got to take them. So
Yeah,
good day.
very true.
Good
There was a
day.
lot.
And yeah, how about you? Been active?
Good. Yeah, I had two red almost break even, and two green. Hood and Ion Q, so not bad. Not bad.
Nice.
Let me switch over
There you
here.
go.
I just feel like there was. I just felt like I could have done more. Like there was so many great opportunities. I don't think I capitalized on everything as much as you could have today. So you get
Yeah.
those type of days, but it is what it is. Still a great day. Green is green. We don't complain. But yeah, very excited to see a lot of people that made out really good today.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's right about trying to catch all these moves. I was just talking about that with my mentees. I was trading with them through the open, and again, a lot to catch. And I catch one, but then you miss the other one. Then you try to catch another one, you miss another one. Just because you're busy with one, you should not be looking at the other one. And I guess the way we were saying it is, you can't kiss all the girls. You just can't. Don't even
Oh
try.
yeah, it's not gonna go well.
Yeah.
No, it's not gonna go well, especially at the same
Yes.
party. No way, no way.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah,
And we're on this party, so
that's a great way to put it.
you can end up in trouble doing that, So you're better
Absolutely.
off paying attention.
Yep. Pick one, maybe two tops, and hope they don't meet each other in the wrong direction, and you'll be okay.
There you go. Yep, yep, yep. Cool. What's going on in the chat here? We got laptops. Tammy, you want to know about the mentorship? What I do is I trade live with my mentees every day, usually for the first hour of the open. And so that's basically a group mentorship session, and it's also live trading. So it's like 2-in-1, and then one-on-one mentorship as well. And we have the community, Discord community, where there's plenty of material always being shared, and you have direct access to me anytime you want to talk, of course. So all that's there. So that's how that
Yeah.
works.
Just for those who are in the chat room, I'm still in chat. Once Thor logs in, I see his camera. I'll turn it off here in chat room. So we'll just wait for Thor to log in. So for those on YouTube, we go live the entire day on our for our members, and we get the question a lot on YouTube about the entries, right, and exits. So if you're in the chat room, you can see the live entries and exits that Andrew's taking. Once in a while, he'll show you that, but that's for our members so they can see the entries and exits, and there's no delay, right? So you get stuff right away. So as soon as Thor comes on, I'll cut the feed over to our chat room, and Avi and I will be hanging out here on with our YouTube friends. So
Awesome. So sorry guys, no shiny leather jacket today. It's not that cold. I'll leave that one out. And I could turn on the air conditioning and then put a jacket on, right? But it's wasteful. So let's see. I got an eye here on AMD. I'm considering this for a long, but it's stuck right here at resistance. So it's tempting, right? But I don't think it's there. Tesla is the other
which
one on
one?
my mind.
Which is that one?
AMD, right? AMD. There we go. It's starting to move new 5-minute high. That's what I was waiting for. Alrighty. So I've put on a position here on AMD just now. Pretty tight stop. Let's see if it goes. It's gonna like these ones where you can enter with a tight stop so you can put on some size and don't have too much to think about. Let's see what happens. Cool. Caught that little momentum break and off it goes. Cool. What else is good?
Let's see, checking in here.
Adrian, you're here again. Oh my God. You got to stop chasing me around the internet. Oh man, your wife's gonna get upset again. Sharat, how many girls have I kissed? Come on. What kind of question is that?
Don't answer that, man.
No. Yeah.
I know my wife is probably not watching, but you never answer anything like that could be recorded and yeah, don't answer that. All right. Yeah. Strict question. All right. So what position are you in? I know you have AMD just mentioned. Anything else you have? I'm gonna change the subject very quick on that.
Thank you. NVIDIA. Rolling on NVIDIA. It's consolidating. It's nicely into the green for me at the moment. So let it consolidate. I'm still in it. Let it go. If it makes a new low on the 5-minute or loses the level, basically, that's when I'll be out of it. And that's it. I took the exit on AMD as well just now. So that was a nice tight stop. It was worth the risk because it was a good setup. So there you go. Small risk. And if it went, it would have been a big reward. So I don't mind taking those at all. What else is good? So far, I'm seeing a little weakness in the market at the moment.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, I see the SPY pulling back just slightly here right now. PRTR just started to lose the VWAP pretty aggressively here. We're down now about, looks like almost 70 cents from the VWAP at the moment, heading towards that pre-market low with some good movement here. So that's interesting there. I know the SPY is turning, so a lot of it's going to be doing that, but I just had POTR up because it was one of the ones we were looking at today. So breaking out nicely this morning.
Nice. Did you trade that today? PLTR.
No, I had no, not yet. But I'm watching it just in case.
Nice. I'm getting interested in Tesla right now for this short here. There we go. All right, so I exited it NVIDIA. That was a good one. That was a nice little runner. Made a new 5-minute low, so I'm out of that. And I've put on a Tesla short at the same time I took that exit. So there we go. And these opportunities are just endless at the moment. Or am I just being aggressive? I don't know. Whatever.
No. Today is, I feel like it was a day to be aggressive. If you was looking at the right stuff, I mean, take example, I had QUTB on my QUBT on my secondary list. It was probably the best ticker on my watch list as far as, how well it ran. I mean, this thing just took off and it made a beautiful 5-minute ORB. By the time I looked at it, gave no pullback all the way until like 10 o'clock. So I already missed my opportunity there. So, if I would have saw that, I would have been in. And yeah, it's like one of those days where I think you could afford to be a little more aggressive than you normally are because you had the runners. So, and there are a few like that. There are a few that did very, very well this morning. So Tesla's another one. You were mentioning that one, right? Tesla also ran pretty nice. Took a bit longer than QUBT, but also took off. Great 5. And I keep mentioning the 5-minute ORB because that's my go-to strategy. That also took off towards the high of the day and ran even more. So Andrew was talking about this. He also he missed a breakout on this one. He wasn't watching it. So a lot of opportunities, but I don't think you were being aggressive. I think there was just a lot that you could have taken advantage of today.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like on a day like today, there's opportunities for every trading style, whether you're scalping or you're looking for trends or whatever you're doing. I feel like a lot of things set up for different styles, even if you're going with QUBT or PLT or anything with a catalyst or the regular tech stuff, whatever you're into, it's there for everyone. The market always provides as long as you're not throwing money at the market and being silly, you'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly. We had banking earnings today. I want to take a look at some of those. JPMorgan was wild, man. Did you see the start of that one? That thing was so volatile at the market open, went all the way down to 243
Yeah.
and then right back up. So very strange drop there and then recovery. Citigroup was the other one. Again, we were talking about how these stocks are so difficult to trade. They were not great today, man. I think was it West Fargo? Maybe was the better one of all of them. Actually, not even. It got better later parts of the day, but they were not easy today as far as the bank stocks were. So tough time there.
Mm. Morgan, yeah, that's this whole week, right? Banking results, what do you call it? Reports.
Yeah,
So
the big ones are out. I think the only other one is Bank of America, and that's tomorrow. But I mean, if you have like three of the five major ones that reported today, the other ones that have not reported probably going to move the same way with them this morning, right? So we're seeing that.
all right. That's the thing. When they get these catalysts, these banking stocks, I mean, they never move until they have a catalyst. And when they do, then you're working with that opening momentum, that volatility. But when that's gone, that opening volatility is gone. That's it. It's back to kind of how it is. So you're trying to take advantage of that first 15 or 30 minutes of the day. And it looks like JP Morgan today was literally just 5 minutes of big moves. And then, yeah, even that was tricky. Wow, did it gap? Yeah, big move. Pretty cool. All right. I'm curious here about NVIDIA. This may be setting up for a second long opportunity. Just gonna wait. Let this one wait.
I see Sharad in the chat room. Is this the same Sharad from yesterday that said that the market was going to bounce at noon? It actually did. Were you watching after we hopped off?
I was there. What happened? I don't remember. It bounced.
It actually, I know you don't watch the SPY overall, but it actually did recover. So it took a little bit, right? The market was trying to test him there, but it actually did give you a little bit of a bounce, a nice double bottom after that on the SPY on the 5 minute yesterday, and then it took off. So hopefully you made some coin on that.
Yes,
Very
yes.
nice.
Oh, yes, I remember that one. Yeah, I was long
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Tesla on that bounce. Yeah, that worked. Thank
yeah.
you,
Worked
Sharad.
out good. There you go. Um, you're in on Tesla now, right? You mentioned.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I took the hit. I took the stop pretty quick. As soon as the
Okay.
momentum's just not there. Again, another
Okay.
tight one. Out quickly if it's not working, get out quick. So that was good. Again, if it went, it was great. Got a tight entry on it. Meta's got something going on, but not a whole lot really. What's been really interesting, I've been tempted all day to get into Microsoft. You can see this enormous consolidation, and now it's going. But yeah, a very tough one to trade. I mean, look at this action. How do you trade this, But look, now it goes. Earlier did a very good ORB kind of set up. A few people in my mentorship group got into that. That was fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I find again I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday too, right? Microsoft and Google, for me, are on the tougher side of trade, but it's going right. A longer time frame, bigger time frame, it's moving higher, but it's tough to trade. It really is. Um,
Yep. It is tricky. We can see the price action right here. These candlesticks. Where do you get in? Where do you get out? Get chopped up right in this dead zone, and then suddenly out of nowhere it goes. So hard to catch. But yeah, when you get them, they go big. Meta's the one on my mind as well. Let's see.
all right, let's see what we got going on here. Um, West Fargo had a nice looking to break out now. West Fargo above the high of the day at the moment. See if it can hold.
Was it WFC? Is that it? If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
WFC. Again, volume is pretty much gone now, especially quicker on these banking stocks. So don't know how much more you're gonna get out of it today, but it's looking to break the high of the day here. Let's see if it can continue.
Very interesting, huh? This could be fun. Okay, we got Wells Fargo. Yeah. That's the thing about these catalyst stocks. If you're doing all that opening volatility trading, then this is where you want to be. But then you got to establish a trend later if you want to trade later in the day. So again, different styles. But yeah,
Yeah.
these banking stocks, that's where it is this week.
Yep. Hood was one of my trades. Hood and INQ, man. Hood is it's cranking here, man. Breaking out nicely. Kind of going sideways now, so again it's getting a little bit tired. I guess the bulls are getting exhausted, but that was pretty good this morning. Not the easiest thing to trade. You had to have a really good entry because it kept coming back and like testing the entry on the pullback, but eventually it stuck it there and went to 46. And we're still struggling with this 46. Can't get above that. So I wonder if anybody's holding on. So I'm all out of that already, but I wonder if anybody in chat, in our YouTube chat here, is holding on to Hood. If you got to enter on 44, I think you're doing pretty good still.
Yeah, that's a good one. That one really went right at the open, and you got into that 5-minute
Yeah,
RV going on.
5 minute RV, man. It was a beautiful thing.
Nice.
So yeah. So that was
Yeah.
nice.
And it moved, a serious move for something that's $42, $43 to move. What is it? It's moved what, $3 today or
Almost
so.
$3. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
very good.
they got a good cat. It's funny because I didn't think the catalyst was gonna be that big. This thing was on my secondary. I didn't think the catalyst was gonna be that big, but it moved well on it, right? It's just something about the settlement, $45 million, which again that's probably why it did so good because 45 million for a company is fine or settlements nothing, right? It's like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for a big company like Robinhood, yeah, it's
yeah,
nothing.
it's like Apple. Did you hear the one for Apple where with the listening of the iPhones, right? That they were doing like taking what they were listening on the iPhone and then selling it to marketers so they can targeted marketing. I think it was the fine was like 170 million or something like that, or whatever it was. In that 10-year period, their profit was like 750 billion. 150, come on, man. Can you at least do 10% of what it's 10-20% of their revenue? That's nothing. This is they're gonna pay that out of
It does.
the change that falls into the couch. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's a worthwhile expense to them, just get away with
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
it's funny. I got really into the story, and I was looking at the fine print, and what they said on there is that the lawyer's fee was going to be like 30 million. So, the lawyers just want to get this thing settled. So they probably think, hey, let's just go for whatever they're going to approve without fighting us too much. Let's get it settled, and let's get paid our $39 million fees, right? It's just, it's wild.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes I think, lawyer, man, forget about
we're in
trading.
the wrong business. We should have been corporate lawyers for the Magnificent Seven. That's what we should have been.
Oh man, that would be fantastic. We'll help Elon get away with what he's doing and all of those guys. But yeah,
Absolutely.
fine. Oh man. But look at this Microsoft move again. I'm still very closely watching it, wondering if there will be an opportunity on this. It's at a level that I like. And let's see what it does. Perhaps a continuation from here, maybe a reversal from here, but this is a place where if it behaves nicely, I might play with it. But let's see. It has not behaved nicely so far today until the last 10 minutes. Let's see. Here's another temptation. Google looks like it's making topping action there, right? You can even see double top, triple top, perhaps. Might want to go down. It's a temptation, but it's not really there. Not yet. What do we have? What's going on here in the chat? We got Jungle Book. Can you explain a winning position? Okay. Let's see. So let's say what we got on the screen here, Google, for example. Let's say you got the long near the bottom, okay? Whatever it is, you had a trade book, you got long. The way I would do it is I'd put my stop below the 5-minute candle. Now the next 5-minute candle is really large, right? As that candle closes, because it's so large, I would typically like to think about putting it not below the candle, but somewhere in the candle, ideally halfway or something, but probably below the level that's on the screen here. And in that case, you would have survived this pullback, and then you move the exit up to the below the next 5-minute candle. As long as there are wicks on it, then you get more conviction. So you basically just following these 5-minute wicks. That's basically how I'm doing it. And I give it a bit of room. So let's say you put it below this red one. I give it a bit of room. So very likely would have survived this little wick as well. And then go long. And then the next one, and then probably stop out over here. And at that point, it's not a stop. That's the exit. That's when you take your profits. You're in this move from the bottom to the top. And that's the way I'm doing it. But I got to say, it is difficult to do early in the day, like the first 30 minutes, because there's a lot of momentum. Doing these trailing stops, you actually do lose a lot of unrealized profits. So you got to work with momentum if you're trading the open. But later in the day, I find it works beautifully, especially if you get into something as a big reversal and it goes in one direction for the rest of the day, probably the second half of the day. Those are when I put on the big ones. And yeah, and then just trail it. And basically, when the 5-minute chart makes a deeper pullback than the previous one, that's when I'm out of it. And there's no partialing or anything, so you really get to hold a full size. And the advantages of that really are, again, you tighten up the risk fairly quickly, so you have a full risk, and then you move the exit in tighter, right? So you keep moving it in. So the first thing you're doing is tightening up the risk as the trade goes in your favor. And then the next thing you're doing is protecting unrealized profits, and then at some point you take the exit. So that's the way that works. And we're kind of in that time of the day now where I'm thinking that could be fun. Well, here we go. Tesla. All right, that's it. I'm in Tesla right now.
You're in?
Okay. Yeah, Tesla for the
Yeah,
long. What it did is it moved up, it bounced off of my level, bullish candle. There was indecision, but the new high, basically, just before that new high. Yeah, so I got in.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Already going nicely. So my stop right now is below the wicks of these candles, the entry candle. And if it keeps going in my favor, I'll just keep tightening it up. So there you go, live example. AMD looks like the same setup as well. Well, similar, but I can't trust it. Meta looks like the same setup. I like Meta. Oh man. Again, a tough one to trade, but I like Meta.
Yeah, Meta is a give or take. Like it sometimes does very well. It's like hit or miss sometimes, right? But out of all of them, they can trade very nice. I like them better than Microsoft and Google, that's for sure. As far as day trading goes, they tend to move a little bit better.
Yes, they
looks like the
do.
overall market's trying to push a little bit higher here. The SPYs, no, not really. I mean, I say it's moving up, but if you look at the 5-minute SPYs, just every candle overlapping the previous one. I mean, I know you don't focus much on the SPY, but there's really not a whole lot happening with this market. We had the initial data come out this morning, gapped up, and I was really expecting some kind of like sell-off, but it held, man. It held right all the way to the market open. Pushed a little bit higher, and it's still just kind of going sideways here, so that's pretty good. I like bull markets, man. I think they're a lot of fun to trade.
They're fun, yes. They're fun. They move more smoothly than the bear markets generally, right? I mean, they go up and
Yeah,
consolidate, go up. The bear markets are yeah, a little more erratic, I find. The patterns are not as clear and clean. But yeah, there's money to be made either way, as long as you know what you're doing. What else is here? Yeah, Tesla's okay, still going. Got a question here from JJMA. How do you draw levels? Are you still doing pre-market high, Friday high, support resistance? Um, I'm not using those levels anymore, those automatic levels. I'm just finding them on the charts, on daily charts. Basically, what you see Carlos and Peter doing in the morning, I'm doing the same thing, just looking for levels on the daily charts, and then if the price gets there, I'll get interested. So, yeah, all fun. Where are we? Apple. Who wants to short Apple today? Shit. Very hard to short this.
Apple. Hmm. iPhone sales are not doing too hot.
Oh, yes, there we go. Apple, but man, seriously, Apple was very strong right off the open, straight up. And
Yeah,
that's it.
today,
That was
yeah.
the move.
Yep. They had a little bit of a
Really, really.
sell-off after the news, right? They sold off from the pre-market highs, and at the market open, they went right back to that pre-market high and just kind of held a little bit above
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, Apple's been had a good spike there to start
Mhm.
the market hours.
Yeah. That was really good. And really, guys, from here where it is, Apple's been here for, I don't know, an hour and a half, and it's been in chop. So I wouldn't touch it here just because you know that's what it's doing here. I'd wait for it to get out of this area, either short or long, and then I would start thinking about it. Of course, I have a line at the downside, so if it goes down, breaks the level, then retest it, maybe I'll take a short, but that would take time to set up. For now, for me, there's no trade on this. But again, like I said, it's because it's choppy and there's no setup. There's no nice, clean pattern, something you can trust. You know, you don't want to get into something that's all throwing wicks back and forth, and you're just gonna have to stop out a few times. What's the point? Yeah. So clean action is what you want. Where are we? Tesla is slowly grinding its way in my direction, so that's nice. Ideally, this is a
Yeah,
runner for the day. Yeah, it's working.
looks like it might want high of the day here. Let's see. Tesla's looking
Mm,
good. Nice bounce off the VWAP there, and let's see if it can get going. But like you said, right, you don't have the VWAP, but you could tell the pattern, right? The pattern there on that 5 minute, especially, you could see that kind of engulfing from the previous candle. It's just kind of higher highs, higher lows, and there it is. You're getting a nice little move up to the upside here.
yep, that's it. That's the pattern. It has been tricky. It has been throwing wicks around both sides. So I didn't touch it while it was in this area, but now in the last, especially this big bullish candle bouncing off of the area and then making new highs, and you account for the previous wicks, so the stop is further down and then tighten it up as it goes. And so very quickly, I've already tightened the stop, so now I'm at a half hour risk. So it's already a trade that minimizing the risk on, and boom, there it goes now. And if this candle truly closes bullish. Either way, I think I'll be moving my stop right in below that candle, which is almost no risk at that point. Very little.
Yep.
So
A
makes it
question
fun.
in chat asking where do we make the most on runners or base hits? For me, it's base hits because I take a lot of partials. I'm too aggressive, so I don't get a lot of the big runners. And if I when I do get the big runners, I have taken so much already that the whatever's left is just kind of not. You're watching it, but the minute you see some kind of weakness, it's not worth holding on to the pullback, so I'm out. But you the runners, right? Because I see you get in, let the stock play out, and we got a couple of traders that do trade like that. That they like that
Mhm.
that long running stock. Eamon is one of them, right? Eamon's risk are like he waits. He's very picky, right? He's very picky with the stuff he trades, but he'll risk like 1 hour to get like seven, you know. So
Amazing.
different styles. It's no right or wrong. Different styles. Just gotta find out what works for you.
Yeah. You find out what works for you, and then when I find when you get a little more experience, you can also adjust a little bit based on market conditions. Like we're saying earlier, if you're trading the
Yeah.
open, you probably want to partial out fairly quickly because of momentum could just go against you. But when you notice that the momentum's not there or the volatility is not there, and you can identify trends, then you can find a way to enter the trend and hold on to it. So different market conditions as well can dictate, or rather should dictate what you're doing. But that's more I guess phase two of your trading journey. Your first thing is find a way that you can do it that comes easy to you and just kind of get really good at that. And then you evolve and expand your trading and you grow into different things. So there's all that evolution of trading. There we go. Now I'm almost risk-free on Tesla. So that's nice. Now this could easily just be a runner, or it could just get me out a little around about break even, and that's that. So pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Pretty
What
nice.
else is there? What else? Yeah, I'm looking for other opportunities. Um, Nvidia, Nvidia topped out, rejecting the levels. Don't know where it wants to go. Not yet. But again, guys, look at that. Carlos doing levels every day in the pre-market. Look at these levels. I mean, so
Oh,
perfect.
they're magic.
Microsoft hit this level. Yeah, magic levels, right? You see
Yeah,
that? Microsoft,
magic.
how far was it going to go today? You know it's going to go there, and that's it. Now it's going down. It's really amazing, these levels, really, you know.
Yep, yep.
That's why I like them. That's why I rely on them. Okay, some good bearish activity here. Nvidia, Amazon again. Well, I might get back in on the Amazon short. I took the nice short, that whole move. Now it's doing it again.
Amazon loves to sell off. I mean, if you look at their daily, the last out of the last 10 days, I think you see more sell-offs. Even on the gaps up, they tend to sell down. I mean, it's all red. They got just like 3 days where they either gapped up or gapped down, but they managed to end the day at least green from the open to the close. Everything else is sell off, sell off, sell off. So today's looking like that way so far. We still have a half day to go, but man, it loves to sell off here. I don't know what's going on with that stock, but if it can provide some good opportunities, it looks like you're doing good here. Did you get in on this one?
No, no, I just started pulling
Oh,
it
you
up,
just
and
missed
I
it.
might
Okay.
be a little late on this, so I'm not going to chase
Yeah.
it, but I think it could pull back up and test this level. The setup's good, exactly how I like it in this area. Well, yeah, everything's going down right now. So I'm out of that Tesla thing at break even, just about break even, because of this sell-off. That could set up again later, no big deal. Let's see, what else do we have? Um, yeah, Apple now, like we were saying earlier, it's almost like yesterday. Now it's come out of that choppy zone. Now it might get interesting. Everything's selling for now.
Yeah, yep, everything coming down here. Well, how did our buddy Rigetti Spaghetti here? Someone mentioned that the CEO for this company, I gotta look that up. We gotta fact check this. That the CEO for this company pitched for the Yankees back in the days. I gotta search that. That's a fun fact. But again, we need to fact check that. So if somebody could put a link, I'll check it. But look at Rigetti also coming down here, losing the law of the pre-market this morning. It was a really difficult stock to trade. You saw Andrew struggling with this one today, man. It was just messy, really, really messy today. It has traded better in the past, right? I traded this before in the past. It's traded more decent than it did today, but yeah, today it really wasn't a good one to be on.
Tough.
Was
Yeah,
cost
look at that.
was causing everything to drop. Who knows, man? Who really, really knows? It could be just Avi selling some of his positions here. Avi, you dropping the market? I mean, who knows? But not sure there's any
Yeah.
data out. I can check. Let's see here. We have any data going this morning? It could just be because we're approaching 12. I mean, it's just crazy sometimes how the market moves.
Yeah. There are a million theories out there of why the market moves, but I think what's really important and actionable is figuring out how to identify the move and how to manage risk on a move, and then you can trade. So the rest is all, yeah, it's good theory, good fun, but
Yep, yep.
really how to identify it. Let's see, what are we working with here? We have Amazon bounced off of the bottom there. I don't think I would short anything now, even though things are generally going down. Just wait for it to settle.
Yeah, I'm looking at Nvidia also at the VWAP now. The banks are holding steady. Again, I'm not looking to take any more trades on the banks anyway. I just think they're going to go back to their regular kind of crappy trading, right? Sideways chop trading in low volume. So today was their day, and I don't know. I don't feel like they did anything awesome. I was expecting a lot more from these guys, but it just seemed very choppy since the beginning of the day today. So at least for the stuff I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's great. You can identify it, and so stay away from it. That counts.
Yep.
Counts for a lot. All right. So, and even for the stuff I've got at the moment, I'm in no positions and I don't see an opportunity. So it'll be a little bit until something sets up. We got questions here in the YouTube chat about consistency and how long it takes. And yeah, everyone's learning curve is a little different. The key thing to think about, I think, is to survive the learning curve. A lot of people try and learn and then get frustrated, and then they blow up their money trying to make it quick, trying to get rich quick. So think about more about surviving the learning curve. You gotta understand you will take hits, you will have losing trades, even when you've done this for 20 years. I haven't done it that long. I know I'm gonna be taking hits down the road as well. Um, so you gotta survive those hits, as and don't risk too much on a trade, so much that you can't trade again, or on a day. And then you keep learning. And eventually let it evolve nice and slow. You don't want to rush it. It's worth it, man. It's really worth it. So give it the time it deserves. And then you're in a good place.
Yep. Someone's asking if we did a laptop giveaway. Oh yeah, we Andrew did that earlier today. Our good buddy Michael. I'm gonna say Michael, but I'm not sure how. There's got to be some kind of accent because he split up the name there. But our good buddy Michael on YouTube won the laptop. So he's getting all set up to receive that. I don't know if he picked a laptop or a membership. I think they were giving the people the person the option to select what they wanted. But yeah.
Yeah. And here, I'll put it to you guys here on YouTube. What do you think is more valuable, a laptop or the membership?
Mm,
I have an opinion on this, but let's see what you'll think.
that's a good one.
Just go ahead, guys. Type it in. I'm watching the chat.
Let's see. I wonder if some people, if I'm sure some people have memberships and they join on YouTube, right, to get the laptop. So you might see that as well. But New User says Lambo.
Lambo. Yeah, Lambo, right? You get a tiny little model Lambo, for your desk. Like this sort of thing.
I always big ticket items like that, man. Think about the maintenance. It's all about the maintenance, right? A lot of people can afford certain things, but can you afford the maintenance? That's where it gets you, right?
Yeah.
You see a lot of these celebrities. They're, a lot of them flying, commercial. A lot of these football players flying commercial. They're doing it because these jets are expensive. They're not cheap.
They are
not
expensive.
cheap. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
So I think I mentioned to Chad because we were talking about jets. Was it yesterday or the day before? So my brother he manages a private jet for clients, whatever. And the cost, like when he shows me the bills for these things, I'm like, what? Like a Part 95 certification, which they do every year, could be like $300,000 depending on what you need, right? That's the internet in high speed internet is like 20,000 a month. So yeah, only one of those things. Yeah. Can you afford the maintenance? Is where it's at. It's wild. It's wild.
It's just not worth it, even if you have that kind of money, you won't have your money for very long if you make decisions like that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. JPMorgan struggling to break out. Let's see if we can get going. It's trying. The membership will lead to a lot more laptops. Yeah, very true.
There you go. Yes, that's the right answer. The membership is so much more valuable, obviously. So I would recommend you select that.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
MSTR.
Up. Everything wants to go up. Something's happening here.
It's trying. Yeah, it's trying.
We got Tesla again, Meta again. All of them seem like there's a new buyer in the market.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yep.
I still want to get both laptop and membership.
No, I'm saying you have both scenarios, right? You have people that have the membership need the laptop, and people that have the laptop need the membership. So yeah, it depends on what you need. But yeah, as far as if you don't have both, if you don't have either, get the membership.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh man.
If you have to
Nice.
ask, you can afford it. Yeah. Yep. Facts.
Let's
All
see.
right.
Am I looking?
What you said?
I'm
What you looking
trying
at?
to. I'm looking at Tesla. I'm trying to see if there is something happening here, but I'm not convinced. It's
Yeah.
just stuck.
Yeah. It's stuck, man. I mean, you know what's gonna happen when it's gonna go? We're probably gonna miss it because it's been so back and forth, back and forth. No significant spike in volume, so this is a hard time to trade, man. I know you trade during this time, and I give you a lot of kudos for that, but it is difficult because you got to be very very patient. Usually, newer traders, as once me and you were, we're not patient, you know. So
You
if you're
know.
new, you need to build that patience during this time because I lost a lot of money between 10:30 and 12 and 1 o'clock. It requires a different type of trader. So just be patient, wait for the setup. It's trying to get going here on Tesla. Let's see if we can get something done here.
Yeah, you really got to wait for a perfect setup, and that takes a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Always helps when you have something else to do as well. You're talking to people or something. That
yeah,
again, the chat rooms and stuff like that. That's where there's a lot of value right there. Again, we get into all kinds of conversations at times like this, where the market is slow and waiting for opportunities, and these conversations end up into all kinds of incredible insights. So
yep.
that's I've learned a lot from just being in the chat room. Really, when I got the membership for the first time, I was just in the chat room all the time. I'm still doing the same thing. It's been like 6 years. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
it becomes part of you, man. For sure. Can you picture not being even on like on you guys are on YouTube now? You're still somewhat involved, right? Because you're hearing us, you got something running in the background. You're chatting with us in chat. But imagine doing this like I don't know, 40 years ago.
Oh.
From your house calling in and just having nobody to chat with like this. That's and again, it was done, right? It was done. People did it, but I'm glad I'm in this time frame.
Okay,
I
we're
could,
we're lucky to be here, man. It's
yeah, yeah,
amazing. Oh
absolutely.
yeah. Yeah. And you'd have to call the broker to put on trades, right? And like $5 commission per trade or something, whatever, I don't even know.
Oh yeah, you did not want to place a market order during that time.
No
By the
way.
time that got processed, oh boy,
It's
um,
gone.
who knows what your
Yeah,
feels were gonna be.
I would definitely not do intraday options either. It's just insane. Oh, gosh. It's a $2
No, no, no.
instrument with a 50-cent spread. Like,
Yep, yep.
can't work with that. Yeah.
I'm looking at the
Oh
earnings
man.
calendar because we're excited about that. I'm excited for Netflix. I think it's the next real big one that's happening. So we're gonna be live. It's gonna be January 19. No, excuse me, January 21st because it's Tuesday. So we're gonna be live for that after the close here on YouTube. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed so you can catch us doing more of these live earning sessions. And that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to see how Netflix plays out. And then we're off on Monday, and I don't see anything else major after that. So looking forward to that, especially Netflix. Netflix is always fun with earnings, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it's gonna play out here.
Yeah, man. Well, that's a good one. I'll actually pay attention to that one too, because I normally don't.
Yep,
But yeah, moves, it provides opportunities, and it could easily get into a trend for the day as well. So those are good ones, big ones.
yep. Ryan Johnson over on YouTube. I love that show. I watched like the first 7 episodes. It's like it's Titans, the Rise of Wall Street. I think on Amazon Prime, right? And the stuff we're doing now, these guys were doing back then, just a little bit different, right? But the shorting of stocks, the putting out reports of bad headlines for a company so it could drop. All this stuff was being done back then, right? And not regulated at that point. So people were making money hand over fist back in the days. But some of the stuff that I think about, oh, that's new. It's not new. It's been done just slightly different, right? Um, so yeah, I highly recommend it. If you watch that show. It's really really good. Um,
Nice. I should. I don't know. I've hardly watched any TV in the last few years, it feels like. So, Titans of Wall Street, is that what it's called?
yeah, Titans: The Rise of Wall Street. I'm not sure the exact name, but you'll see it right away. The minute you type Titans and Wall Street, it'll come up.
All right. Yeah. A real titan that always rings a bell for me is Jesse Livermore, and I've spent a bit of time reading his stuff. And it's for him, man, it was all about mindset and patience, and then putting on $1 million trade and then getting 20 million out of it. That he used to do it that way. And he used to do it just
Hmm.
on the ticker tape. Not even reading the tape like we can here. It was a ticker tape. And he'd
Yeah,
call
yeah,
in, find out
yeah,
what's the tape doing right now. And then he's putting on like commodities and I don't even know. And it was always about patience and wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait to test the market. You put in like $500,000 just to test what will happen. And then you put on the real risk. I'm like, whoa.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but man, these guys are real, titans in that sense, doing stuff at a seriously big level. And all that's
yeah.
actually accessible to us here, but all this is there's a lot to be learned from how people have done it. There's a lot to be learned.
Question in chat: Does from Roy? Does Microsoft look like a short to you, Avi? Here, that's just kind of.
Microsoft. Well, it did its short move, and you can see after it had an accelerating candle, basically a big candle, then it's had these small candles, right? This is telling me that the momentum in the move has stalled. It may still continue down, but for now, it's stalled. And guess where it has stalled? Well, right where it stalled earlier. Pretty much, right? So right now, I don't think it looks like a short. I think it's just going to stay here for a little while before it decides where it's going to go next. It might go up, make a double top, go down again, or it might just do a consolidation, continue down. At this point, anything could happen. Um, but really, for me, I won't even touch it here. I will only touch it at one of these levels. And then, if it
Yeah.
gets to one of these levels, I'll pay attention to it. Right here, it's very messy. I'd be
Hmm.
careful with
Hmm.
this.
Yeah, and I like patterns on reversals, right? Too, like double top, double bottoms. Like a mountain pass here would have been great, but it just came straight down. Like it gave you no opportunity on Microsoft of it, like a double top or a mountain pass, which is one of Peter's strategies. Which I like the mountain pass quite a bit, because it's so detailed what you're looking for. It gave you nothing, so you had to be really quick on this
Mhm.
one. And look, already got a couple of red candles on the 5 minute at least. So it's a tough spot for me for the way I trade to go short here. Um,
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, as you said, no opportunity, and so that happens a lot, especially on a day like today. There's a lot of moves, but without a specific setup that you're looking for, you got to let those moves go without you. You really got to get good at that. Otherwise, you're just chasing the market around, and the market is just playing with you more than anything else. You won't realize it till the day's over. So that's something to really be careful of. Understand what your setup is, and you need a setup in order to manage risk. Otherwise, you can't. And only if your setup shows itself, then put it on, and then either it goes or it doesn't.
yep.
But setup's important. And here in Microsoft, for most of us, this reversal setup was, well, that's no setup. No double top, mountain pass, all kinds of things. So, very, very important piece of trading.
All right, we are at 752 likes. We crushed it today. That's why we got the laptop out. Nice. So thank you guys for those likes. Really appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys have gone by now, but yeah, really appreciate those likes. If you haven't done so yet, we still will appreciate you to hit that button. It helps us out a ton. So keep us live here on YouTube. And yeah, and I'm covering for Paris, so it's gonna be fun to have Paris back next week. He's also a great trader. He's also looking for opportunities here during this time. So you in Paris gonna be crushing this hour next week.
Yeah, yeah. He'll be back. It'll be fun. He's got a totally different perspective on the technical side of things with the tape and all that. So that's always good too. It's good to yeah, good to mix it up as well. Tomorrow we'll have Phil joining me here,
Oh, Phil
and
is in tomorrow. He's kicking me off the chair.
yeah, yes, he is. You're gonna have to fight with
That's
him,
all good. He could take it.
man.
He could take it, no
Yeah.
problem. I'll be in the background if anything, working the screens. But yeah, Phil feels good. Uh, Buddy from New York here. We'll be all meeting up in Vancouver, by the way, for the TEDx event. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Andrew gave away something. I'm like, what? He's giving away a membership with the trip. It was
Yeah.
so good. I was t- working with members and texting members, but if you come to the TEDx event, he is giving you a BBT membership. So if you don't have one, I mean, the trip basically covers itself because that is awesome. So look into that. I think he put out a link. He put out a link on the chat. We can try to get that link for you. Where is that link? We'll get it.
Was it
But
membership or was it a boot camp? I thought I heard boot
he
camp, but I don't know.
I don't know what it was, boot camp or membership. I think it was boot camp. We got to confirm with him. I'm not sure if he's still on yet, but we'll confirm with him exactly what it was. Either way, whether it's boot camp or membership doesn't matter. That is awesome. That is awesome. So,
Yeah.
boot camp. By the way, we're in week 2, and man, these guys are they're getting ramped up. The first 3 weeks are intense, so you could feel the pressure when I meet with them every week. But week 3 they start kind of like getting a little bit better. But it's a lot of fun. It's intense. If you are struggling as a trader, you're gonna come out a better trader out of the boot camp. But it's not for the faint of heart, as you might know.
A very good program, very intensive. You get lots of exposure very quickly. I was trading live with our boot campers yesterday, and we're getting to all kinds of stuff, but definitely a good thing. I mean, where was all this when I was trying to figure it out in the first couple of years, man? All these
Exactly.
conferences and boot camp. What the hell? You guys are getting it all. You're so lucky.
Exactly. What year you started trading?
Uh, in the third or fourth quarter of 2019.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yes, boot camp came around just after that, I think, or a couple of years after that, or something. But yeah, it wasn't around then, and definitely we didn't have these kind of summits and conferences and things that we're doing now. So yeah,
No way. Not at least as accessible. I'm sure they were some, but not as accessible as these are now. I started 2017, and no, there was nothing like this at all. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm beginning to enjoy this Amazon action here. There we go. Looks good.
Oh man, I just pulled up the charts on Amazon.
No,
Ooh, that is nice.
I believe it. I got in near the top and out near the first bottom, and now it's continuing. And so I've just put it on a few minutes ago, and it's
Yep.
already very nicely. So put it on just yeah, the top of the current candle or so. And let's see
Very
now what
nice.
happens. This
Very
could be
nice.
good. Goes down all day, I'll be happy. So there we go. Google also going down. But Amazon's got the most activity for now. So we're getting into Microsoft. Yep, still hasn't gone anywhere. Yeah. What else we got here?
Man, that is a sweet move on Amazon. So
Yeah, it's become incredibly bearish. So let's see
yeah,
what happens.
I have IonQ. That was one of my trades today. Looking to get going here. I'm not in it now, but I traded this earlier. But right now, looking to get going to 38. Got the high of the pre-market at 38.37. So you're getting a nice little breakout here in the last couple of minutes. These quantum stocks coming back strong today. Looking forward to see how they look tomorrow and a couple of days, especially the QUBT and the QBTS. Those two are always fun to watch. Oh, that's interesting. QBTS is not having such a great day. Well, actually, they're kind of dropping here a little bit instead of IonQ, which is trying to crush it. Interesting.
UBT, oh yeah. Whoa.
Sarah, I think Avi did go through it, but we'll ask him again. On which ticker? So Avi, can you walk us through what setup you saw for the second entry on Amazon? There it is. You did mention the ticker. Sorry.
Amazon. Yeah. Amazon. Let's see, where was I? It's in this area where these lines are. That's where I'm interested in it. Again, it's an area. So clearly it came down and it's been interacting with this area, right? It's been changing its behavior. At first it was support, then it became resistance when it closed the candle below it. Then it went and retested the area, right? Here it's very bearish, and realistically I should enter on the new 5-minute low here. But I was still watching, and still hesitant, waiting for it. This would have been the right entry. But then again, as it's consolidating down in this area and then breaking down, making a new low, I was waiting for this to make a new low. But the point is, my entry was here, and then when it gave me this wick up here, it went up and it started pushing down. This was the entry I took. The stop should be way up there, but it's just about the high of the candle. And right now it's basically at break even, so it might come get me at break even in a moment. So that's it. Basically, I'm looking at a continuation. So it came to the level, hesitated, breakout, retest, continue the move. That's what I'm really looking at. And these are really good, powerful moves. So let's see. I mean, this could ease. It's probably got plenty of liquidity at 220. It probably wants to go there and pick it up. So if it goes, great. That's still a long way down. That's it. That's what I'm thinking. Just a continuation trade. Again, we were talking about this yesterday, right? It gets to a level, consolidate, go, reverse ABCD, same sort of thing. So actually a simple trade book, but very effective. It's one of the first most people learn when they get started. I'm still using it years down the line, and very effectively. It works nice.
Yeah,
You
it's
go,
awesome,
Apple
man.
level. Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's good, and it looks like at the end the weakness continues. I mean, it looks like it wants to go towards the low of the day here on Amazon, so that is just keeps pushing there. So everything else I have on my end is pretty much flat. Besides IonQ trying to break out, everything else is kind of stuck, going sideways for the most part. IonQ is probably the only thing. Oh, look at Citigroup. What is that about?
What's the ticker? Is it Citi?
C.
CITI?
Yeah, that would have been a great ticker, but no, it's just C. But yeah, that would have
Just
been a
C, yeah.
CITI, and it is available, so they could have used it.
Wow.
Actually, I remember hearing I think stuff in the New York Stock Exchange. I'm not sure how true this is. Again, something else we got to fun check. You hear so much stuff that you don't know what's actually real or not. But the New York Stock Exchange, they only wanted tickers that were up to three letters long. So I think a lot of these older companies, a lot of them, like JPMorgan, there's just 3 letters, right? So
Right.
eventually they expanded it, but these companies are really old. They're all three letters.
That's the Dow Jones, huh? The Dow Jones, all 3 letters, and then it's the NASDAQ
Yep.
that's got the 4.
And
Okay.
5. Like, why would your ticker have 5 letters? Like, you couldn't figure it out. Come on, stop making us type more here.
Yeah, that's getting fancy and playing around.
Exactly. Look at C hitting high of the day. Are any other banking stocks doing this as well? I mean, it's just Citigroup. It's rocking, man. It is rocking.
79, yeah, breakout could be good. Could be very interesting. Nice, very nice. Lots of fun here. Tesla again, looking alive a little bit. It's in a very nasty area of chop. I took one break-even trade earlier. Point is, I'm seeing higher lows. It's telling me the buyers are stepping up the bids, and a new 5-minute high would confirm it. So you basically would trade a breakout at this point if it happens. But interesting activity. It's been tempting and teasing all this time. So be careful with it. It could easily not go. Something to watch. Let's go back to C and see this high of day break. A little pullback below 79 on Citibank. And then a possible break. Nice.
Yep. Excellent.
Oh, there goes Tesla. Yep, there's that setup. Who wants it? Who wants it? Go get it. No, I'm not taking it. I don't have conviction on it, but Tesla looks like it's finding some buyers. New high breaking out. Again, careful with this.
Yeah, I see that there.
You have Apple as well, again, interacting with the level all the way down and doing something interesting. See that? Very interesting, right?
Lost the VWAP too. Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Excellent. All right,
Carlos, I
guys.
think that's yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think
That's right.
you know, in the Oscars where they start putting the song to kick you off, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Like,
Love that song.
You're a minute and a half late. Get off the stage. Friends over on YouTube, take care. Have an amazing trading. The rest of the trading day. We'll see you tomorrow again at 8 a.m. here with Engineering the Markets in the chat room on YouTube at 8:30, and let's see how these stocks play out as we wait for more earnings starts to kick off here. So take care, guys. Stay safe. Abby, as usual, great being here with you. Tomorrow you're with Phil. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Phil will be here tomorrow, guys. Thank you, Carlos. This has been great. And thank you, everyone on YouTube. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care, guys.